All right, hello guys, and welcome in. We've getting some feedback right here. What are we hearing, John?
I'm not sure what we're hearing right now.
That's kind of crazy, honestly. What are we hearing?
Well, we're right on the screen here.
Yeah, here we are, guys. Welcome in. I'm sorry we're getting some feedback on our audio here. Might have to get Eric in here to correct that one.
Very interesting.
Sorry for the slow start. We are excited to get started, but we are getting...
Nope, that's my bad.
Cool. And then we're not getting a table mic here either.
What's that?
We're not getting a table mic here either.
You will get it in a second.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys, welcome in. Sorry about that. We are ready to get started. Luckily, we are climbing right on into the action here. Welcome into Savage Sunday. I was not here last week, but my compadre, Mr. Knock, was here in the booth.
Held it down.
Held it down.
You know.
But we are back to being Nick Knock. Kind of like that. Heard someone throw that one at me the other day.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, so we are back and ready to rock here. We are playing that weekly 2-5 1500 cap live stream, Next Gen Poker, Savage Sunday. You know it all. We're here at Poker House of Dallas. And we have got a really competitive lineup tonight. John, take a look around this table. All really young faces, guys that I think have definitely been introduced to the ideas that you should play aggressive poker if you wanna do well.
I think that's what we're going to get a lot of here tonight. I don't think there will be many single raise pots happening. I think we're going to get a ton of big pots, ton of action.
Oh yeah. Honestly, if I'm playing, I'm of course generally hoping to be in a game where there's like looser and more passive action. But whenever you're watching, I think it's more fun to watch like competitive battling where you expect these guys to make some plays, you know? I really enjoy it anyway. When I saw the lineup, I was just like, yeah, everybody here is going to have like their own distinctive personality and kind of be like a competitor in the field and not really being picked on by everybody else.
We got the action right away here. We have two pairs going head to head.
I think we're still not getting any table mic, right?
No, I'm working on that.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that. It's so interesting how different it sounds without it. So what did we have here? I'm sorry. Was this open from Jello? Defend from the button here with the boy who turns a set. Let's go. First hand of the night, you just bang.
Drills a set.
Set on the turn. And then it was a defend in the straddle from Sam Clark Poker. That's a mouthful. Might just have to call him Sam.
Yeah, we're gonna call him Sam.
We heard that. And this one checks around on the flop, and then now Sam. Pretty brave bet right here. He does have an open ender, but when front door flush comes in on the turn, going three ways. Boom, we're in business. Let's go. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that so much. And we are off and running here. Wow, so valuable to have that backtrack.
Yeah. Slow start, guys. Apologize for that. Say what's up in the chat. Let us know how you doing tonight. We should have a very action-packed stream tonight, as Sam is going to bet out 500 here with King High.
Yeah, dude.
The boy has a boat, so...
he ain't going nowhere. And Sam really going for it here. I do love the competitive that he just came right out the gate swinging right here, the competitive fire.
I think he's trying to set a precedent.
For sure. I will also say it's very ambitious. We do have the open-ender on the turn there, but his front door flush draw came in already, and
the boy is all
yikes.
in, and that
he says
Sam is going to run into that one.
Shows him the 4 diamonds. Let's go. I mean, you have to show there, right? Like, if you're going to spend that much to create, like, kind of a crazy splashy image, you got to at least, like, show everyone what you were doing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
You paid a lot of money for that.
Like, you guys need to see this. Like, you're almost just hoping that he just calls so you can just show your hand.
For sure.
Like, right?
Right? You just throw it in the muck. It's like, dang, you just paid $500 to look like a maniac, and then just it was free to show the card so that you could
Actually look like a maniac.
Yeah.
Sam Clark Poker actually has his own YouTube channel as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Been making vlogs.
There we go. That's why he's got the full name on there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Correct. He's
like
from
that.
England, I believe.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even
He's got
notice that accent.
Yep. He's got one.
I mean, they're over here so much now, I guess, that you're just, like, used to hearing it.
For sure.
And that's Aaron making... Oh, my gosh. What an excellent play. Aaron just shoves for his $100. He has 7 deuce offsuit, and if he wins this hand, there's an extra $200 in the pot for him, which is 2x his entire stack. And it would be nice if there was no open in front of him and he was able just to shove over a couple of limps or something. The boy has raised here, and there's no way the boy's folding for only 100. But even still, like, you could get it in against, like, any range of hands, and you're gonna...
I mean, G's not even folding his pocket 5s here.
Yeah, I mean, if Aaron hits a 7 here, then he's going to triple up his actual stack, and then he's also going to get another 2x his stack from the bounties. So that would be a $500 win off of a $100 stack. That would be a pretty epic way to start this session right there.
And for those in the chat wondering why Aaron only has $100, it is because the stream was slow to start. There was a delay today, so the players were actually playing for a few minutes before the stream actually started. So Aaron usually buys in for 200, so he just must have lost half of that. Oh, he does flop some.
Let's go.
He does flop some possibilities here. What does he need? A 5?
Those 2 5s are gone from G, though.
This is
so
unfortunate.
only 2 of them left. A 7 would still be good. Oh, no. Actually, that was
Yeah, actually, it was
not
a bad
good.
flop, actually.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Dang. Sorry, Aaron. And look at that. The ace-jack folds, and Aaron picks up almost no equity. He's just almost dead here.
And that's it. That does it. Dead on the turn.
Oof. How is he dead on the turn?
Because he can't
hit a
he
7.
can't hit a 7 or anything.
Yeah, gotcha. We good, Eddie. Got those chip counts coming up on automatic now. That's kind of nice. Give us a little look-see. See, everybody's in for around 1,500, except for Sam. Maybe he was in for that and didn't do well.
Well, I mean, he did just lose.
Just lost big pot. Oh, yeah, he lost big pot. Oh, man, yeah. That was a tough way to start the stream. And we told him we were going to call people in for...
Yeah, we did. We actually did just.
Yeah, guys, if this is your first time in, then we do call the players into the booth after something interesting happens in the game. So we're going to be looking for spots to do that.
Should have. We dropped the ball. I should have brought him in right away. That
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty big bet.
Yeah.
He just goes for 500. I mean, we could almost still bring him in. What do you think? He doesn't know that it just happened on the video. Or that it didn't just happen.
I think it's passed.
It's past.
I think there were only like 23 people watching when that happened, and now there's like 51.
Okay, it's past its prime. Yeah, guys. All right. We're looking for spots, though. And we got Tricky Fish entering the pot for the first time.
Raj in the pot as well.
Yeah, that's a limp from Tricky Fish. And Roz goes for an ISO. 9-6 offsuit in the cutoff. I think it seems good to me right now. It's felt in good flow.
I can turn it off if you don't like it.
Cool, thank you. And you look at that. It's Raj who goes for the ISO, flops the trips, and then decides to check it back. I understand like trying to be a little bit tricky because you think maybe your opponent doesn't have anything, but I almost always just bet trips here.
Well, the reason why he should bet is because Raj and Tricky Fish have a big history. Raj actually one of our buddies, and he likes to play. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, when I see
He's a
him, I think
player.
gunslinger. I feel like he's going to be in there making some moves.
Yeah, he is a player for sure. So no one's ever gonna believe him. Tricky Fish might call him here with pocket threes. That's how crazy he is.
Alright, I blocked the flush, but it's a shitty blocker.
And this is Tricky Fish right here in the 2-seat. He's in the tank, and I don't blame him for thinking about it.
He's
did.
randomizing.
Nice. And shaking it up in the pocket. And boom, he calls. No good. No good. 3 nines.
Now, do you think he was actually randomizing, or do you think that he was always going to call?
That would be a great question to ask him. I have no idea. Man, I don't know. What do you think? You know him.
Yeah, I think he was going to call.
I love that move then. I mean, that's a total freebie, dude. That's liquid gold right there. You can't give that away to the people at home for free.
Well, I'm sorry, I just did.
You got to take John's. You got to take John's training course to get that information.
I don't actually have a training course, but if I did, you would have to take it to figure that out.
I mean, that would be next level strategy content for a training course, in my opinion.
Thinking outside the box, that'll be the course title.
Nice.
We're right into it. Magellan's got Ace King of Spades, raises it up to $20 or $30. My bad. No discounts.
No discounts. This is a pretty loose game, generally speaking.
The boy tries to call and accidentally picks up 2 black chips.
Whoa.
In the process.
Did he toss him in?
He tossed $220.
And they let him take it back.
They let him take it back. Well, see, I think the graphics are wrong here because it's clear he raised to $20 and not $30.
Oh, yeah.
Must have been a mistype. Oh, Tricky Fish saying that he actually was randomizing there. If he chose the white one, he was going to fold.
Well, I know, but that would still be part of the act.
No, that would be a meta. Yeah, I
Well,
get
of
it.
course. That was what I was thinking the whole time is like, was he doing it to try and set the meta? To put off the image of someone who might just randomize by picking a chip out of his pocket? When in reality, he wanted to call the whole time. I mean, it's like a total free roll to do that stuff.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. That's the next level. What happened right there post flop?
Jello bet, and everyone folded.
Okay, nice. We'll see, but
Easy game.
got Frankie off the 2 6s. Could have chose to be a little bit sticky there, and maybe if Jello checks it back, Frankie decides to bet on the turn and ends up getting a showdown somehow. So denied that from happening and scoops in a nice little pot.
As we saw there, Sam Clark with the meta pro pose, shall I call it? I call it the pro pose. If it goes back to him, maybe we can get another look at that stoic pose.
Sam Clark.
Yeah, hitting him with the stoic pose.
Yeah, I want to see.
I call it the pro pose.
How about, can you give me, who's your number 1, or if you want to, you could do top 3, up to you, poker player that you feel like fits under the term stoic?
Ooh. Foxing.
Oh, okay. That's a dark horse pick. Yeah, I like that. That's not what I was expecting.
I feel like every time I've ever seen a picture of him, he's like this.
Let's play Lauden Thinks, except you towards me. I want you to guess who you think I will say is the...
No, that is interesting. Because I feel like it's someone that I might not even know.
No, I'll pick someone that everybody knows. It's a well-known player.
Oh, man. Ivy?
Ooh, that's a good guess. That one flirted into my mind. But
Yeah.
That's my number one is going to be Mr. Patrick Antonius.
Is he stoic?
I would say so.
I mean, I haven't even watched him play enough to even know.
I mean, he looks like a Greek god.
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't mean that his posture.
Oh, his posture's incredible, dude.
It's all about posture, really. Like, I've really been trying to focus on this. So if any of you guys have seen me at the table lately and wondered why I'm, like, always so serious looking, I've truly been making it a point to work on my posture and my stoicism.
Yeah, I go through different cycles where I focus on it, and then...
It's really hard, let me tell you. For
sure.
me, at least, it's extremely
I
difficult.
mean, when it's not your habit, it requires, like, constant maintenance.
Like, I feel like if I even let, like, my mind slips even for a second, I'll catch myself just, like, on my phone hunched over.
Yeah, for sure.
And, like, it's not good for your back.
No doubt,
Really.
no doubt.
It's also just, like, I feel like it's definitely harder for people to take you as serious when you just, like, are slouched over and you don't look very engaged. But that, back to the pro pose, the hand on the shoulder.
From Frankie there.
No,
Tricky fish?
Sam was doing it.
Oh, Sam.
Yeah, but he's not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
The boy's doing it. That's the classic. If you see someone sitting like that, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to make any assumptions. Normally, when I see people sitting like that, I'm going to assume that they're pretty good at poker.
Hard to argue with that.
But obviously, there's exceptions. I find it a lot easier to sit like that in tournaments.
I find it a lot easier to pay attention to those things for longer on a tourney day, because it feels like it's an all-encapsulating event that you can focus your maximum for while it's happening.
Yeah.
Cash games feel like they just kind of drag on forever.
Because they do.
Yeah, and
It
then
never
it's,
ends.
It's no big deal to take a few hands off or something.
Yeah.
All right, let's stay locked in here, boys. We have got a open from Raj, and we're taking a heads-up pot. Frankie calls in position with the king-queen off. I would say that this is a hand that he could definitely choose to 3-bet an ISO with, and maybe Raj's $50 open sizing de-incentivized Frankie from doing that. And he just goes with the call instead, which sometimes is okay, especially if that larger sizing is indicative of a stronger hand. Different players do that for different reasons. And then Raj c-bets the ace-high board. Seeing him c-bet there makes me feel like he's probably c-betting all of his hands, because that is one of the first hands that you might think of a hand that feels incentivized to check. Well, at least that's what most people would think. I would say I would actually lean towards thinking that betting to keep the lead with that hand has a lot of value, especially if you can get away with a really, really small bet sizing. That can still get a lot of value, and your opponent won't choose to jump on it.
The king queen or the tens?
The tens.
Yeah. I like to bet tens there.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
Only heads up, though.
I probably am doing maybe a little too much range betting in a spot like that. Maybe a little leaky boy, but one that it's pretty hard to play back against.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, Frankie would be 3-betting most of his strongest aces.
Yeah.
And that just limits the value hands that are going to want to raise my open U1 and C-bet range. Even if I bet really small. What's he going to do? You just don't have enough hands that want to raise.
Yeah.
Unless you start raising like ace-10 or something. You know, or small suited ace-X's.
Rosie again.
Whoa, feisty right there.
Yeah,
that is a small
feisty.
blind versus button spot.
See, this, like, Rosie just picking up on these loose configurations and utilizing his well-known image.
For sure, and I have a feeling that he just identified right there, like, well, who's the opener? That's Jello. Okay, well, if I can, then I want to have a flat range right here. Let me look to my other side. Who's in the big blind? Oh, that's the boy. Okay, I'm not going to give the boy a chance to pounce on me when I have a hand like this. I need to protect it, raise myself. It's way too strong to fold. So then you're just down to 3-bet or call. And when I see the boy there, I'm like, I don't want to cap my range with a hand that is right in the meat of a capped range.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly what people would think you
exactly.
have. Like,
just totally giving away my cover. So if I'm going to play the hand, then I want to play it with cover. I want to play it as a strong hand and be a monster in the closet that can come out and scare Jello away, scare him off the pot.
I agree, but there definitely will be players that in the big blind that I will choose to just flat this hand. In fact, most of the players that I play against.
I think so too.
I think,
or maybe just like a really tiny size, if I can get away with that, where I get the big blind to fold, but just keep the pot like as small as I can. Just keep it manageable.
So, I mean, I don't know how far we want to get deep into this rabbit hole, but I would just make a comment that typically, like, I don't know if there's any beginner poker players watching in here, but typically when I see people starting to learn how to play poker, some of the first things that they learn is aggression is better than being passive. And the second thing that they'll learn then is that you want a 3-bet or fold from the small blind. That's like a big thing that I hear people talking about.
Sure. When you're thinking about small blind strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I would say is I actually flat the small blind, was what I mean, a ton.
Yeah.
I flat the small blind like so much that someone watching would probably think that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Sure.
Because it's all exploitative.
Yeah.
Like, it just depends. Because if the guy on my left in the big blind is an old man who is drinking some coffee and reading the morning paper, I don't feel the need to raise the small blind, because the whole point of raising the small blind is to stop the big blind, who's competent, from squeezing a range that should get you to fold a lot.
Yeah, I'm taking advantage of you.
Yeah, and if the big blind is not doing that, then the whole point of 3-betting the small blind goes out the window.
Sure.
And all you're really doing is playing a bloated pot out of position, which is giving you all the disadvantages in the hand.
No doubt. With you 100%. Let's climb back into this hand here where Collector has opened. He got 2 defense. And then on the on the flop, he c-bets and only gets called by the same hand, ace-jack. They're going to be chopping this one up, assuming they both get to showdown.
And I can't see a reason why either of them wouldn't.
Yeah, for sure. It's probably just either going to go check, bet, call, check, check, or bet, call, always. Not really any reason to turn this hand into a bluff, and I'd be surprised to see him fold a hand this strong versus a single bet. It is 200, and I guess you could say Collector's like representing only hands that beat this, but don't even know if that's 100% true.
Yeah, I mean, it's big blind versus straddle. Like,
yeah, for sure. It was 3 ways, to be fair, but...
Well, she's not happy about it.
No, he's not.
Not going to lie, I would have
blame him for not being happy about it, but I think I'd have to call with this.
I'm not going to lie, I probably would have snap called this spot if I was playing in game.
Yeah, he does make the call.
Can't blame him for thinking about it.
For sure. For sure. I just wouldn't be surprised to see Collector still be using that sizing as a little bit of a blocker bet with a hand that's he thinks is good enough to go to showdown and has some value, but isn't as good as my hand. I could still see him doing that pretty often. Definitely with a worse ace, and maybe even occasionally with a worse pair.
Just wanted to mention, we have all 3 of the Next Gen boys in the lineup tonight.
Let's go, dude.
It's been a very long time since we've had all 3 of them. You see them all right there in the frame.
Looking good, too. That's your Frankster,
yeah.
looking sharp
Looking
tonight.
real sharp, Frankie.
Yeah. Looking healthy. He's been off in Las Vegas.
He's been living life, you know?
For sure, and that makes it hard to be healthy, actually, when you're on the run in Vegas, but it seems like he's doing well with it. He's keeping it together.
Oh, yeah, he's been out there, and so he's missed the past couple streams, but he is back here tonight. I'm sure he's happy to be back. I'm sure the other Next Gen boys are happy to have him back. I believe Rosie was out of town for a while as well. I think we had 2 weeks where it was just Jack, if I remember correctly. I think Rosie might have been in San Diego for some time.
Seeing his family, right?
Yep. But here they are, reunited, and I hope to see some next-gen on next-gen action tonight.
Oh, yeah.
They're all sitting right next to each other, which is going to provide a ton of loose configurations. I'd be interested to see what goes on. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some battling going on.
Yeah.
For the content.
I don't remember the last time we saw an open 3-bet, cold 4-bet run from the three boys. Have you seen that before?
I think we've only seen it once.
One time.
Yeah.
I'm sure they both had pretty good cards.
Actually, if you want to count me as one of the next-gen boys, we had Jello open the button. I 3-bet the small blind with pocket fives, and he cold forward the big blind with ace 10 offsuit.
Who did?
Rosie.
Oh.
You
Ace 10
remember that hand?
offsuit?
Yeah, you remember that?
Nice, Rosie. Let's go. Y'all both folded?
No, I called.
Oh, wow.
I folded.
Drop kick Murphy.
Yeah, he got me.
Punskis.
To be fair, I was ahead. But
It's giving me a hard time here as Mr. G opens it up, takes it down. A small blind open with the straddle on. Once that straddle goes on, just raises that incentive for opening up. Once you get 3-4 blinds in the pot too, you get like that little bit of extra dead money from the additional blind instead of it just being a 2-blind game. Like if you're playing 5, 10, 25, it's not just the 10 and the 25. Now you got that extra $5.
yeah, a lot of money in there.
Yeah, anything.
How do you feel about 3-blind games? Like not straddle, not like a mandatory straddle, should we say?
Okay, I'll tell you like a little bit of a secret. The side of me that wants to play for the glory of the competition in terms of the strategy of the game. Like if I was just playing small stakes with my friends, for example, I would much prefer a 3-blind game because it incentivizes action.
Sure.
But when I'm playing like at my local card room, I actually prefer to play the 2-blind game because I think a really good default mindset for and let's actually watch this hand real fast and then I'll finish that.
Sure. Collect. Oh, no.
Oh, he just lets it go.
He lets it go.
So it was
Surprised
open,
to see
several
that.
calls, and then a little squeeze right there with the king queen off.
Oh, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, nice little squeeze from
From Sam there.
Sam. Yeah, nice. Great candidate. Love squeezing with the king queen offsuit. That's one of my favorite candidates to use as it's just like a hand that still has a pretty good amount of equity whenever it gets called. Has great blocker potential, and just doesn't feel that great calling, especially overcalling multiple ways.
That feels real bad.
Yeah, but it also doesn't feel great folding. So I feel like it just kind of floats into a really nice squeeze candidate. Got a couple of limps here. One limp. We're having a good time. And
We're going 3 ways.
We're going 3 ways here. What was it that I was talking about just a minute ago?
Oh no, we're so bad. I don't remember.
And Tricky Fish is going to flop top 2 right here. Rosie flops a gutter. And he lets it check around.
We were talking about a 3-blind game.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah. There we go. You got it.
Yeah.
Just let it come to you.
Going to come back to that.
Yeah.
And now Tricky Fish leads out.
Rosie's going to need a 4 here, but he just folds. Don't blame him.
Yeah, was this the boy ISOing Rosie? Did they go limp, ISO?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. And then defend. And then the top 2 takes it down. Justice is served. And, okay, coming back to the 3-blind game for just a second. Just going to say that when I come to play at the card room, I think a really good default strategy for winning money at poker is to get into good games where people are just betting because they're speculating on mediocre cards. Cards that are the same suit or they're, next to each other and don't have like a lot of concern for the situation that they're in and when they should choose which cards. That part's kind of obvious, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, when you get into a good game, like, I don't want to be thinking about blind stealing and that there's a necessity for me to open up myself in spots where I may not want to steal the blinds when the other players don't make that necessary. I think as poker becomes really tough, then, like, doing things like introducing 3-blind structure helps to, like, spice it up again. Right? It creates action. But if the players are happy to give like all the action in the world, well, I don't want to pay to sit here in my chair. I'd rather just not pay to sit here in my chair and then bet against you when I have really good cards and you don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. Giving away all the secrets here.
Yeah, I know that's maybe a little much, but that's how I feel about it. And then,
We had a little open from Raj there with queens. Everyone folded.
okay.
What a time.
Yeah.
You pick up queens in this game.
And everybody folds.
And everyone
I
folds.
know, sad day, sad day. Sad day. Sad day.
Just wanted to let everyone know that later on in the stream, we will be doing a hoodie giveaway. We did try to do this last week, and we had some unfortunate, unforeseen technical difficulties that were completely out of my control. And there was nothing I could do about it. Unfortunately, we were not able to give away the hoodie, even though you all put in your guesses. And I apologize for that. And we'll make sure that we can get that given away tonight. We're going to do that towards the end of the stream. Should we set a like goal? Maybe we should set a like goal.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I think we should do that. We're going to be giving away a Poker House hoodie. Details will be announced later on in the stream. But we got 88 people in here right now. I would say... Oh, what do you think we should set it at? I set it at 100 last week, but we had more people in there.
Well, when are we giving away the hoodie?
We'll give it away at like hour 3.
Yeah, because I got to say, I'm still very optimistic that we're going to get our numbers up.
Yeah, I think so too.
Last week, or the previous week, it took a little bit of time to get some momentum going.
Yeah, that's fair. So I just want to let you guys know that we will be giving that hoodie away.
Yeah.
But we'll set a like goal in further on into the stream, and we'll be giving away that hoodie towards the end, maybe in the last half hour.
I mean, I think setting it at 100 seems reasonable.
Yeah, that's what I set it at last time. You guys did it last week, so make sure you guys hit that like button.
Yeah, we're at 23 already, dude.
Yeah, hit that like button, and we'll be giving away a hoodie when we hit 100 likes.
Let's go.
Tell your friends.
Ethan
Tell
wants
your
that
wife.
Hoodie. He says, what's the hoodie look like? Is it
Tell
going to be
your
the black
kids.
one that I'm wearing right now?
Yes, it is. Shall we put it up on
We can.
here?
Boom. Actually, the one that they're going to have is the next edition of this one.
Oh, okay.
This was the
Next
OG.
edition.
The new
Here.
one's got like some cool design
There we
down the
go.
sleeve too, but this black one's got the nice big logo on the front.
There you go.
And yeah, giving it away later in the stream. And guys, we are back in on the action here where we had a open 3-bet call pre-flop. A bet on the flop and then checks on the turn. And we've reached the end here with G having a flush against Jello's top pair. There's $400 in the middle, so
Bet of 140 here might
Yeah.
get called.
yeah, it does bring a one-liner to the board. So Jello can only beat a pure bluff at this point. But he could be suspicious.
7-5 misses.
G check called on the flop. 7-5. Oh yeah, board pairs here. 7-5 misses.
Yeah, no one-liner.
G did open and
Does get called.
yeah, Jello puts it in there with the top pair. He's gonna get the bad news.
Third pot bet. I don't think he's going to be folding top pair for that. Gets shown the bad news, though.
I'm with you. You just have to believe that the guy is capable of betting with a worse hand than you have. I don't know if he is.
I saw G play on last week's stream
Yeah,
when
what'd you
I was
think?
commentating, and I would say he is.
Alrighty.
There you have it. I'd call
enough.
there. I think I would call.
Fair enough. I mean, poker's kind of a reading game, right? You're just piecing together the guy's story, and than making your best estimation about what he might do there.
For sure.
And I think that was the first sizable pot we've seen the Next Gen boys get involved in. Mr. Jello shipping one the wrong way.
Frankie with a real hand, but it's Sam opening up the Jack-9 off in +2. Bit loose. Probably looking to get involved here.
Yeah, and Frankie immediately attacks him. And let's see if Sam decides to defend here.
The boy might...
It's not going to matter.
I think the boy is going to... Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think that the boy is going...
right here.
I don't think the boy is going to allow a $15 raise and a $50 3-bet to get, you know, when he's got ace-queen.
No doubt. As soon as I saw that, I knew that he was for sure making a move right here. And now I'm curious if Frankie's going to make a move.
I think Frankie's kind of got a comfortable hand to call with this much behind.
Interesting.
Does he
I
have?
kind of feel like he's got a nice hand to shove with.
I mean, he could turn his hand into a bluff here.
This feels like a pretty good size from the 4-bet versus your own stack size to potentially shove with this. I mean, this is the next best hand after your ace-kings, which feel like they can pretty comfortably shove.
But the problem is that you're behind ace-king, and...
Well, what would you rather have, though, after ace-king?
As a bluff?
Well, I mean, whatever you want to call it. What's the next hand that you would want to go all in with, other than aces, kings, queens, jacks, then ace-king maybe, then tens, or maybe tens and then ace-king? But then after that, like, what's the next one?
I'd rather have ace-king before jacks, I think. And I might...
Frankie just calls.
Yeah, I feel like
take a flop.
I might choose a hand like... I mean, I might be wrong on this, but I feel like I might choose a hand like ace-5 suited before I chose ace-queen, because I think ace-queen suited plays pretty well as a flattened position. Maybe I shove ace-queen off.
Hold on. Let's go back to that in just a second. I want to watch this where... This is going to be really interesting to see how they both navigate here, where they've flopped a board that feels really good for your hand in one sense, but then very scary in the other sense that if the other guy keeps betting, he's representing better than what you have.
That is true, but I think both players are actually pretty happy to see that king on the board, because it makes it less likely that their opponent has ace-king.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine if the boy goes for 3 streets here, that Frankie will not be folding. But now he gets checked too. You pot control here?
I think this feels like a pretty natural check.
Yeah.
It's just a decision point of whether you want to check. There's only, well, I mean, gosh, is Frankie going to value bet? What if it's a small card instead of a 10? Is he going to value bet then? And then now will he value bet?
Well, if it was like a 6 on the end and he checks to him, I think he does value bet.
What if it's a 10?
Well, the boy's going to lead into him here, and I feel like there's going to be nothing but a call for that size.
Yeah.
And they're going to see that they were agonizing and sweating over nothing at all.
Yeah. I think so too. Frankie says, if you had pocket 10s, you got me. But he sees the kind of good news. He's sort of happy to see that at that point. I mean, that sizing, you're right. It feels like, well, I can't fold for this. But then it also feels like he's got something. Well, what I don't feel like he just pure bluff for this either.
Well, what I know for sure is that the boy would definitely not take that size with pocket 10s.
Mm-hmm. I think he blasted it.
Yeah, he's blasting it.
Ooh. Got a little subscription here in our mini feed from Kimak. Kimak7.
Thank you for subscribing.
No doubt. And we just cracked 100 viewers for the first time tonight. Appreciate you guys being with us.
Make sure you hit that like button so that you can get entered into the hoodie giveaway.
Let's go. Hoodie giveaway. Come on, boys.
We are at 28 likes right now.
Come on, boys. Come on. We got to do better. Oh, yeah. So we got Collector coming in here making an aggressive play in the big blind. I'm guessing there must have been 2 straddles on. Because he just opens to 100, it looks like, with the Jack-10 offsuit. We got a whiff on the flop, and A7 has position and the best hand.
Yes, it looks like Sam was in the $20 double straddle there.
All right.
Check, check, and then he's going to check the turn as well with just Jack high, and this is a Mando bet spot from from Sam.
Oh, I don't know about that. You think so? I feel
With
like
the
my ace
A7?
high has just got much showdown value.
I mean, it does, but I think that you can bet the turn and then check back the river and still expect to be good at some frequency. But actually, maybe if he calls you, you have to bluff. If he calls on the turn.
Okay, we're gonna have to just talk about that one another time. It's too deep. I can't climb it that deep.
We can't get into that deep in the weeds.
Yeah, no doubt.
You have to subscribe to the course for that.
Yeah. I see you, YMC. 你好，宝贝。你今天怎么样？我爱你。
You're getting better at that.
谢谢。Need to practice. I think someday I'll probably make Chinese content.
Yeah.
I have to listen to it in my own ears. It's probably a good way to practice, actually, like hearing it on feedback.
Yeah, I mean, hearing your own voice is actually, well, kind of weird. I mean, I know you hear your own voice anyway, but hearing it in the headphones when commentating,
It's a special feeling, huh?
it's pretty weird. Is Collector's going to take advantage
Let's go.
with the 7 deuce.
Let's go.
And he's gonna
he
get it
gets
through.
dude. There it is.
Raj folds
Boom.
the ace-5 suited to him.
7 deuce, guys. 7, and it's offsuit. 7 deuce.
And it's offsuit. Mr. King calls it out. 25 bucks from each player. That's a $200 score.
That is not going to show up in the... It's not going to show up in the winnings, but it is there.
It is there.
He's got an extra $200 in his win column
I
there.
just love it so much more when that bounty has that little bit of extra sting to it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
$10 just doesn't do it for me in a $5 blind game. Doesn't sting enough, and it doesn't sting enough for the person paying it, and it also doesn't incentivize me enough to like go for it in any kind of crazy spot.
I'm the one who pushed for it. I think it was about 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago.
This guy's a genius.
They were talking about doing the 7 deuce for like 15 bucks, and I said, guys, I'm not playing, but do it for 25. And then I forgot who it was, but I think it was Jack jumped on it.
Nice.
So 25 guys, and everyone's just like, I'm like, come on.
Let's go.
And now every single week it's been 25.
Green chip bounty.
Green chip bounty. I said my reasoning was, do you really want to be throwing all those red chips across the table?
Nice, yeah, I like that.
Got him.
Got him.
Both players
Right.
connecting on this flop, but
Yeah.
given the boys' aggressive nature and Collector just having middle pair, I think that my money's on the boy to
Ooh,
win
I don't
this
know
hand.
about that one. I'm going to take Collector. I'll take the other side of that.
All right, cool.
We got a bet and a call. And Collector's not going anywhere on this card.
Well, the problem is that now I think the boy is not going to win this hand because now he's hit a pair.
Well, now you
Oh,
owe me.
well,
Oh,
oh,
boy.
boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the world will never know.
I mean, it's incredible. Like right as I change my mind,
You're just wrong at every turn.
every single point, like every decision point is wrong.
Well, now you can bet that he's going to win it, and you'll be right.
Yeah.
And he bets. Gets a fold. Kind of a silly big bet there, feels like. Kind of ambitious to try and get a hero call from anything at that size. But maybe he just feels like he has some kind of dynamic there where
He's got an image,
will,
man.
Yeah, Collector will make an image play. I mean, Collector never has a set, so you've got to be trying to get called by 2 pair on a 4 to a straight board.
Collectors, we've seen some crazy stuff from Collector. I wouldn't even put it past him to like read something as weakness and try to bluff him off of something with 2 pair.
Huh. Yeah.
We've seen crazier things from Collector.
Sure. That's fair. That's fair.
But then again, I feel like he would probably read a small bet as weakness and be more likely to do something like that. We're moving right along here.
We're moving right along here.
Tricky Fish flopping the nuts in his mind.
Yeah, he's
Which is
getting
also
showdown
the
for
best
sure.
hand. Yeah. And
It's not going to be good either.
It's not going to be good. G is going to turn him here. And he's going to value bet. He's going to get called by worse. Tricky Fish snap calling the 20. I'm not folding anything for 20 bucks is what he's thinking. What do I look like, a poor person?
Check on the end. Tricky Fish does make it to showdown as predicted, but no good.
So as per usual on the live streams, we have some players side betting. And let me explain that side bet real quick so that if you guys hear something going on, you'll understand what's happening. So what they'll do is they will bet on, they'll each choose a card. I think there's 3 people playing right now. They'll each choose a card, whether it be the 3 of spades or the jack of diamonds or something like that. And if it comes out on the flop, every other person playing owes that person a certain amount of money. If it comes out on the turn, it's usually double what they owe on the flop. And if it comes out on the river, it's double what they owe on the turn. Like 10, 20, 40, 25, 50, 100. Depends on how gambly they feel. So if you hear them talking about cards or throwing chips across the table, that is what they are doing. As Sam picks up Ace King, his first real hand of the night.
Go move to Vegas and grind it out, okay?
34 likes already. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. We are 66 away from
Hoodie
our
time. Tricky Fish got the best hand here. Outruns Ace King. And he's going to go for a little value. Sam Clark's out of there. Scoops in a little pot.
There's nothing more depressing in my mind when you have Ace King suited. Even just a single raised pot, you raise, get 2 callers or something. And it's such a beautiful hand, like Ace King of diamonds, and then
Gorgeous.
whiff. Just 8-4 deuce, no backdoors.
Nothing.
And you're just like, oh no.
Oh, no.
I mean, this hand is rarer than aces. And now it's nothing.
It's true.
What do you do?
What? Rarer than aces? That seems crazy, huh? Never thought about that. Mind blown.
It's 33% rarer than aces.
It's insane. I feel like I've been living a lie. We got G bumping it up to 50. I'm sure that straddle's on. And it is Rosie there in the straddle. He says, nah, this is a hand probably a lot of people would defend with, but I don't blame Rosie. I'd fold here too. Somebody raises to 5x your straddle, and
I mean, just
he
think
means
about
business.
it. Just think about it, right? What is going to happen if you defend here?
Yeah. Tell me. Tell me something good that's going to happen.
Something good that's going to happen? Well, I got to think about it.
Yeah, right? Like,
I mean,
premium flop, that would be optimal,
yeah,
which
you could-
happens,
you
what,
could-
like
you-
5%
yeah.
of the time or
You
something?
could hit like 2 pair.
2 pair, yeah. Even still, you're still having to be a little bit defensive with 2 pair in a lot of situations.
Depending
Because
on
that's
the
a lot
board.
of straight draws and, yeah, for sure, or potential better 2 pairs to be made.
Yeah, so that's one good thing that could happen. And
Yep.
I can't think of much else, Nick.
No, it's
I
like
can't.
one pair and then play defensively to try and get like one bet in at some point, maybe two against some opponents, and then get a showdown. You're already not getting that bet in on the flop or turn, depending on what your opponent does. If he bets the flop, then you're...
Well, hold on one second, Nick.
Oh, boy.
This is a good situation.
Here we go.
Here's what a good situation looks like. And this will just prove that it's not about your cards. It's about your position and your configuration.
Yeah.
Because what do we have here from Frankie? We have a limp, we have a raise to 40, and now him 3-betting in position. Cover his hand up. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no
This
doubt.
is a hard thing to play against. Look at this massive size, too.
No doubt, dude. I freaking love it. And then not only is he earning that money from what's in the pot right here, already having that primo configuration to pick up this money or win it with a C-bet, now he gets that extra $200 in bounties from this 7 deuce. And you saw there it had... Oh, he shows it down, boys. And was that the boy already ready to pay the bounty?
Yep.
He had his hand out across the line with his chips engaged.
And there it is.
I was about to say out loud, the boy incoming 4, and then he pulled. I was like,
Sounds like Tara's having a good time tonight.
What you drinking, Tara?
Yeah, she must have had a couple of glasses because I'm not quite understanding what her messages mean, but hope you're having fun enjoying the stream. Glad you're spending your evening with us. Look at Jello looking very pink.
That's a limited edition next-gen poker
I
shirt.
bet, dude. No doubt. That is a bright color. It's nice looking. I don't know if I would have it in me to wear that or not, but
Do you think, 7 deuce popping up everywhere here.
look at that, dude. G is right back at it. And Sam Clark is going to be in there to some capacity, and it is a 3-bet, which I love, actually. I think this is kind of a primo play.
Yeah, perfect. In position, 3-bets is literally the most deadly weapon in poker. I said this the other day.
Yep.
3-betting and 4-betting in position is just... Oh, and the
How
boy-
about the
the-
cold 4-bet
Oh,
against an active 3-better? How powerful is that?
shows the ace of spades.
Yeah, wow. Was that a cold 4 from him?
It was.
Wow, the boy getting a little bit out of line right there. Obviously,
No.
the ace-5 suited is a commonly thought of candidate for making an aggressive play like that. But when you're out of position, I would say it's still pretty low frequency. You're thinking no? You think that's 100% play for him?
I mean, honestly, if I'm being really genuinely honest, and I wouldn't like to admit it, but I'll be honest for the stream. I don't think I have ever in my life not 4-bet ace-5 suited when the opportunity presented itself. Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
That is...
If there's an open and
Surprising.
a 3-bet in front of me, that 4-bet's going in with ace-5 suited.
Even if you're out of position?
Doesn't matter.
Wow.
Like, I'll look at, unless it's like a special situation where I know that like one guy is like a 3% opener or something like that, then I'll just muck. But if I see an open and a 3-bet, especially against people that I don't know, or even better against someone who I think is out of line a lot, you would literally have to pry those cards out of my hands like they're aces, because that's how I play them. It's going in.
That's very surprising to hear, John.
Sometimes I'll even do it with ace-deuce, ace-3. It works so much.
Well, I mean, I do that sometimes too, but I certainly couldn't make the claim that I've done it every single time. There's been an open and a 3-bet.
Same thing with 3-betting it.
Really? I wouldn't even be able to say that.
If there's an open in front of me, ace-5 suited. I mean, ace-5 suited
Although-
is like a primo.
Is it strange that I would think that it's more extreme, though, to say that you had done it every time there was a 3-betting opportunity, as opposed to saying every time that there's a 4-betting opportunity? Doing it as a 4-bet every time feels way less crazy to me than saying that you do it as a 3-bet every time.
Yeah, I mean, like, granted, I'm thinking like... I'm thinking that if it's like an under-the-gun open and I'm like +2, then 3-betting it maybe wouldn't happen as much, actually.
Dude, that's a next-level comment that we just got right there.
Quintessential. Ooh.
Oh! Mind blown.
Great name, great comment. I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a great one. And Tara says she's always having a good time. She's just a little crazy. It's not the tequila. Well, we're glad you're here being crazy with us, Tara. We're having a good time, too. Sorry I couldn't understand all of your messages. You can try again if you want. We are reading what you're saying.
I am going to rescind my 3-betting comment about the ace-5 suited. Because I only do that versus like late position versus late position.
Yeah, let's watch this real fast.
Sure, because Rosie's got the pocket fives.
Yeah, and this was a double straddle pot, open call.
No one with a diamond here. So I feel like there's not going to be that much action.
Yeah, and this was Rosie open in the cutoff. I'd be curious to see what he did or does with the double straddles and triple straddles on when he's in the early positions with these small pocket pairs, because I know he usually limps them a lot. Wonder if he would change his mind about that. Yeah, he raises here, decides to check back the flop, and I think that little push right there with his cards, and you see him lift his hand and look like sort of staring in space, I think that is his way of communicating to the table that he thought about range betting that board. and kind of wondering if he should have, because now he's afraid he got bet off of the best hand.
Yeah.
And he's like, should I have just bet to protect myself, and then I can like field on the turn, just mostly check back and then see what to do on the river. But I kind of like gave up the lead and gave these guys an opportunity to steal this one away from me. And I hate letting you steal it. And that's what that body language means. Just speculation, but that's what I felt there. Zip. Don't zip it, Tara. I love it. Actually, they switched the screen on us here. Having a little bit of trouble seeing the commentary all the way, or the comments. I'm going to pull it up on my phone here.
Yeah, it's a good thing to do.
Just have it like a little handheld. And also check to see that we have 35 likes. Not good enough for the hoodie, which Ethan is asking about.
Yeah, that was only one more like than we had the last time we checked. Come on, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already. It'll help us get more viewers into the stream, actually, by hitting the like button.
Oh, yeah.
Because the stream will be recommended to more people's YouTube homepages. And then the more people that join, the more people there are to like the stream, which then will activate the hoodie giveaway.
Hoodie giveaway.
Butterfly effect right there. But to finish up on that, honestly, any suited wheel ace, like, I'm looking down at it just like, man, I want a 4-bet. It's happened so often that I have to reel it in, and that's why I only do it with ace-5.
Are you going to rescind the comment about the 4-bet every single time, or just the 3-bet?
Just the 3-bet.
Okay, so I actually like that because you are then, in effect, agreeing with me that it would be more reasonable to say every single time I see a cold 4-betting opportunity, I'm going to do it with ace-5 suited, than it would be to say every time I see a 3-betting opportunity.
Sure, because you see way more 3-betting opportunities, you know?
Well, yeah, but a cold 4-bet represents way more strength and is way more expensive, too.
Yeah, for sure. But I just don't like flatting those small suited aces. Like,
sure. You don't have the choice to flat. Yeah. And also, I think the fact that you can represent so much strength with it makes it a more powerful play, too, and more reasonable to say you're always going to do it. But I still think that would be too far to say that you're always going to do it.
Yeah, sure. I agree.
You agree, except you do say that.
With the 3-betting?
No, 4-betting.
Oh.
I think it's too far to say you're going to 4-bet, cold 4-bet every single time you have ace-5 suited. And there's
it's not just cold 4-betting either.
I mean, think about...
If I open it and I get 3-bet, I'm 4-betting.
You think in all the years you've been playing poker now, you've never had a time where it's one of those players that 3-bets that you know they've always got a super strong hand, and you just fold ace-5 suited.
Well, I said that I did say that at the beginning as a qualifier, unless it's like a person who I think has a 3% opener or something, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it still does make it a little bit different. If there's a qualifier, then that kind of contradicts the whole thing. But
I'm just gonna shut my mouth.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm just bad at my job. It's okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
No.
You're good. I was just feeling like every time.
I mean,
except for sometimes. Works 70% of the time. Every time. What is the name of that? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. Hyperbole?
No. It's a quote. It's a quote from Anchorman. I'm trying to remember the name. Black Panther. That's the name of it. It's like a perfume or a cologne that this guy wears to get girls or something, and he says it works 70% of the time, every time, or something like that, or 90% of the time, every time, maybe, whatever it is. It was hilarious. That's a classic. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there in the chat that remember exchanging Anchorman quotes with their friends back in the day. Shout out to everybody. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Put your favorite Anchorman or other similar genre movie quote in the chat. Let me see what some of y'all's favorites are. I would love to see that.
Should we give out this privileged information?
What is it?
How old we are?
Oh, who's asking that?
Tara.
Tara, interesting voice sound equals curiosity. Hyperbole is such a good word. Our ages? She can guess. And then
That'd be fun.
I'll consider confirming or denying.
I would be interested to hear a guess.
All right,
And
we're back in.
until then, we'll get back into the action.
Yeah, we got an open here from the cutoff. That's G with the king queen offsuit. That's a juicy cutoff open hand. He's got the double straddle on here. Is it possible it's even a triple that he's going 3x here as opposed to 5.5x? I'm not sure. But it is Sam Clark taking charge, and you see what he forces Frankie to do, fold the jack 10 suited in the small blind as he 3-bets the button. And this is a hand candidate that I personally don't go to as often, but I actually love this setup right here specifically, and would definitely condone or approve of that play, even if I might not make it myself every time. I think that's a cool spot. All right, what are we
right in the middle, 30 and 28. Just saying a bunch of numbers now.
I'm in my 30s, I'll say that. And Johnny Boy here.
I'm
Mr. Knock.
26.
He's 26.
I'm a youngin', so I don't mind revealing my age.
Scott, the going to the Ricky Bobby interview. That's a classic. Oh my gosh. Scoot streaky. Well, what is that? Old school, I think? Yeah. Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank. Classic. Oh my gosh.
You know what else is a tank?
What's that?
Well, actually, 1 pip less. Rosie with the pocket nines.
Pocket nines. He goes for the limp brew. He's so patient. You know that I'm all
Collector
about
with
that.
the tank deuce.
Collector.
The Doyle. Yeah,
Just a little bit there.
They're being a little rowdy out there.
Rowdy boys. I
They're being a
know.
little
I love
rowdy.
it though. I love the rowdy boys. And looks like no ISOs. Looks like it's just going to be a couple of limps, and we're going to take a flop here. Rosie's got the best of it. And it is Raj who flops a king. Pretty much flops these guys dead. Rosie with 2 outs, and Jella needs running outs.
Five of diamonds helps nobody here. Raj with a hammer lock on the hand. Jello drawing stone dead, and he knows it.
Yeah, checks around on the flop, and then Rosie thinking, my pocket nines could be good. It was just a limp pot. He makes a little stab. Raj does call, and my guess is that this will go check, check.
Yeah, he's just trying
Raj
to get
is
the
gonna
showdown as quick as possible.
Yep. And Derek posting up the old, did we just become best friends? Another.
I actually know that.
Yeah,
that quote.
Give me the name.
I don't know. I just know it's from Anchorman.
No, it's not from Anchorman. I was saying,
Wow.
give me the name of the movie.
Wow.
Step Brothers.
Wow.
Remember?
I thought I
do
remembered
karate
that.
in the garage. They're gonna build bunk beds so they have more room for activities in their room.
I'm the worst, guys.
Dude, I haven't watched one of those style movies in like a long time. I think I'm gonna go back and watch one.
I don't think
That's
I've
fun.
even watched that movie, so how did I?
You haven't seen
quote?
Step Brothers,
Bro,
Oh, dude.
I mean, I just don't even.
I mean, it's silly, of course. I don't even know for sure if I'll be able to get in the same headspace that I was in high school when I was loving those movies, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna watch one.
I'm more of a When I watch movies, I like to watch movies that are. I like war movies. I like psychological thrillers.
Guy likes violence.
Yeah, I like. I don't watch many comedies. Jello with the tanks. The Boy with 7 Deuce. The Clash.
Oh boy, here we go. We got a little Potsky brewing. We got an open.
Oh, what? The Boy. He let me down.
Wow, I'm so surprised with it being button open small blind 3-bet
I can't believe that.
that he folds. That's very surprising there. I'm sure he had his reason. And Jello lives to fight another day. He would have been in a wicked spot here.
Wow, I cannot believe that.
And Jello is going to c-bet this board, which, like we'd mentioned earlier, when you see someone c-bet on a board like this with this kind of a hand, and that board, when I say like this, meaning that it could kind of go either way on whether you want to c-bet all of your hands that you raised with preflop or re-raised with, or if you only wanted to c-bet some of them.
And Tricky Fish here is going to force Jello to play another street out of position.
Yeah, that's a very liberal float, really.
I mean, we was just talking about this with our buddies Jack and Chris. Also, Chris actually just got second place in the heads-up tourney here at Poker House, and they said that there's so much power in just calling the flop.
Wow.
In position.
I gotta say, dude, I just absolutely love how Jello played that hand right there. I would not float with that hand if I was Evan, personally. I think that board is just too strong for Jello. It's not worth floating even at a great price. Scott asking a 7 deuce on. Yes, absolutely. Dodgeball also a good one. Totally 100%. All of these are just total classics. I think about Dodgeball fairly often, actually.
I don't think I've ever seen any of these movies.
Missing out, man.
In fact, I don't even think I saw the first Anchorman.
Okay. You need to just stop embarrassing yourself. Everyone can hear you.
What, really? I thought we were muted.
What were we talking about just now with the in that hand? Oh, how Jello played this
Yeah, well, I mean, I also just still can't believe that the boy found the fold there instead of the 4-bet in a perfect 4-bet configuration. Maybe it's like deeper than that, and it's like he knows that everyone else knows that that's a perfect 4-betting configuration and that he'll get looked up lighter.
I mean, I'm still very surprised. I think it feels kind of like a slam dunkaroo.
I'd have to agree with you. I'm just trying to make sense of it.
Sure. Maybe he just wasn't vibing it. Maybe it's just like he goes based on his feeling.
Yeah.
Wasn't feeling it that time. Just felt like it wasn't going to work. Which, who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have worked.
I mean, that's what I was talking about. What, like, just feels like this configuration is too overbluffed.
Yeah.
And they'll expect him to.
But I don't like it for that reason. I'm talking more so about you just, like, having a sense that it's not going to work this time.
Wow. And Sam is really gunslinging here tonight.
Yes, he is.
The multi-way bluff with bottom pair here.
This is interesting because both of these guys got a real nice draw. But
Yeah,
this is pretty pricey, and they might not make it. Oh, Jello's going to make it. He's got a pair, too.
Jello's got a pair and a flush draw. He's not going to be folding.
Yeah. He's in there. And
But G, I don't know. I mean, G probably calls as well, getting the price now.
Yeah, now, after Jello calls. He's got like 6 clean outs, and
6 clean outs to the nuts.
yeah, and then sometimes even those spade outs are good.
Not this time, but sometimes.
Yeah, he does call.
Jello drills the flush.
Bang, bang. And he had the best hand anyway, but now he's certainly making it to showdown.
Sam has to know that he should give up now. I would think that after 2 people call you and you hold no spades, that this is not.
Yeah.
This isn't the spot to continue bluffing.
And Jello gives a little smile right there.
Jello very animated with his face when he plays poker, but a lot of times it's misleading.
Sure, as long as you're balancing that stuff, huh?
He'll tell me that he'll think of things sometimes that just crack him up in the middle of a hand, and he'll just smile and laugh to himself in every situation. It doesn't matter.
It's fun. I love that.
No bluff. No bluff, no bluff.
Can I go back for just a second and keep talking about Jello's 10s hand?
Sure.
Okay, so basically in this spot, Jello bet this super, super small sizing. And I think it's kind of important to note that when he bets 10s on an ace-king-9 board, after 3 betting pre-flop, he's basically saying I'm betting my whole range, and then I'm just going to choose to bet different sizes with different parts of the range. And this hand right here, as my default, is going to be to bet exactly how much it wants to. And look what he got. He got Evan to float him and give him another $45 of value in a spot where you might intuitively think there's not really any value to be had.
Well, I'll tell you where there is value to be had.
Where?
Collector picking up pocket aces under the gun.
Fair enough. And he bumps it up here. Just goes to 15. Got to be a little disappointing when you've had the double and triple straddles on, and now all of a sudden it's just $5 blind, and you with the 2 rockets.
And there's no one else that's going to be able to give him any value except for the boy.
The boy.
Coming to save the day with the 10-3 suited and the small blind.
Got 2 suited cards, baby. Give me in there.
I'm going to call for fold for 3 red chips. No. And he gets no value. Well, he got 15 bucks.
Sad day. Heartbreaking.
Sam, adding on 500. There you go. More ammo in the chamber.
What is Tara saying here? Is she asking for stories and reasons to giggle?
Can we provide that? I feel like we're doing our best.
Yeah. I'll try and think of a good story.
Would you consider yourself to be a funny person, Nick?
If you want me to objectively answer that question, I'm going to have to say yes. I would. If you want me to
made me laugh.
If you want me to answer with humility, I would say, I don't know. I guess it depends on who you ask.
I'm on board with everything you just said.
Cool. Thank you.
But I guess it's really up to them, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, if we're being humble.
I don't know. I make myself laugh all the time, so I guess then I'll just like literally be by myself, just like Jello. You think it's something funny, and then all of a sudden you just got to give a little giggle. So,
I'm not gonna lie, I do that way more than I let on.
Right.
I'm just sitting in the coffee shop this morning, and I was just like thinking about something, just start laughing.
Yeah, exactly. And then,
but it's like weird if you start actually like burst out laughing in the middle of the. But like sometimes I'll just be like actually like just giggling, trying to hide it because it's like weird. Just be sitting there, just laughing.
Yeah, I kind of gave up on caring about that part. It was too tough. It's too tough to constantly be thinking about like, is anybody seeing me act like an idiot?
Is anybody seeing me laugh at myself right now?
Exactly.
I think everyone should laugh more. It's good for the soul.
Sounds like Tara's laughing because we said Jello boy, but I don't even remember saying that.
Neither do I, but I put the word boy after almost everything.
Hey, what's up, boy? Jelly boy? That sounds better than Jello boy. Jello boy's a little clunky.
Like if someone's going to grind a long session, I'll call them, ooh, a little grindy boy.
Grindy boy.
I think I got that from you.
I think you did. I've been doing that one for a while.
Yeah. You have been.
Me and Rain, shout out to Rain. We did that one for a long time.
It's couchy.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, we got a little 3-way action here. This is open, call. And this is Collector, flops top pair. He's got the best hand now, but it's going to be Rosie who's c-betting pretty dry board. This may not get through either player. Raj just got the button. He does have to worry about Collector behind him, but his flat looks pretty strong. And I'm sure he can envision a scenario where it goes him call, Collector fold, Rosie checks on the turn, Raj checks, river, Rosie checks, Raj.
No, river 8, Rosie bets, Raj raises.
Oh, well, yeah, he would love he would love for that one to come.
You can always think
Okay,
of
so what about this? If it comes small card, would Raj have bet? Let's assume Collector's out of there. Would Raj bet pocket eights on the end if it comes 2 small cards? Or would he just check it down?
That is a good question. I would assume he would try to check it down.
So then It almost feels a little optimistic to even call. If you're only hoping that it goes check, 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 check. It's probably not folding to another, or probably not calling another bet from Rosie.
Looks like it's checked around again, and a 3 comes off. And I feel like Raj is probably feeling pretty good about his hand right now.
Yeah, after it goes check, check, check.
And Collector's checking again, giving Raj a real easy chance to just check it back here.
Yeah.
And Collector shows up with a queen here.
Yeah.
Raj
Sure, Raj
so
was hopeful
happy.
he was good, but also not surprised to see that hand.
I bet Raj is really happy that Collector didn't bet the river, because if Collector bets and Rosie folds, I'm probably not finding the fold there with pocket 8s.
Yeah. Could see that. I think it could kind of go either way.
Tara chiming in that Jello is jiggly.
I don't know if that's true, actually. Jello's a big, strong boy. He's a strapping young man.
Not that Jello. Jello.
Oh, Jello.
Yeah, Jello's jiggly.
Jiggly Jello.
Jiggly Jello.
I feel like you could, that's the start of a tongue twister.
Uh-oh.
Not a real one, but we could make one up.
I thought it was the start of a new nickname.
Jiggly Jello jiggles jiggly.
You can't
Jiggly.
say
Jiggly.
you can't say the same word in that. You have to come up with different J words.
I didn't say 2 words.
You said jiggly, jiggles, and
No, I said jiggly Jello jiggles.
yeah, jiggly and jiggles can't be.
And a tongue twister? Of course they
That's
can.
the same word.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
Help us out in
I
the
would
chat.
school
Help
you.
us
I
with
would
this.
school you on this if we didn't have this important hand to do, where Frankie's just open and Tricky Fish 3-bets him.
Uh-oh.
This is EP versus EP. Let's see if Frankie just chooses to flat here or wants to make a play, because he's gonna get it shoved in his face and have an awkward spot.
Well, I know that Frankie has been using that GTO trainer, and let me tell you right now, this is gonna be a flat.
And let me tell you,
But you know what? It's Tricky Fish, and the GTO trainer can't account for that.
yeah.
So I love it.
I mean, I think it's fine to re-raise if you're happy to play for it.
And,
But I would probably find myself just calling mostly.
Yeah, I think I would as well.
And Frankie gets a
Ooh.
beautiful looking flop, gives him a chance. Look at that. He's got 43% equity
Yeah,
now.
he's happy about that.
Tricky Fish, not disappointed, though, to see that either. He's got the king of diamonds.
Yeah.
And these guys aren't going anywhere right here. Frankie bets 50 bucks. Slows way down. I like this play. I think this is a fun little blocker play. Helps you realize your equity and kind of keep him in there. You're actually feeling pretty damn good about your hand.
He's going to get raised. Tricky Fish is not going to allow that.
Yeah, Frankie happy to call.
Calculating how much he's playing.
He might even be thinking about a shoving right
I mean,
here.
honestly, it's not. I mean, the thing is that, like, I always get weird in these spots where it's just like, would I ever do this with the nut flush if I had it?
I think with this price that we've set ourselves up with after we bet small and then now
Induce a raise.
yeah, our
like,
price compared to the pot here is really good. I kind of like just calling and just taking the next card off.
Yeah.
If we had to bet bigger ourselves and then he raises still, I think now we got so much of our stacking, it's going to be really awkward on the turn. But it still feels like there's enough back here that it, like we could potentially call this, check, he bets like 250 or 300, and we could still just call again.
It's a little cheat code is when, oh, and he does shove it.
I mean, that can't be that bad. You know, your equity's pretty good.
He didn't get snap called, so.
Yeah, interesting. I'm surprised to see that. I would think Evan would definitely snap call with this.
Well, it's a great, if it's a great play, then if he didn't snap call.
Sure.
So.
I mean, I don't know how strong Evan's hand would need to be to raise here. Or if he would raise any bluffs that don't have the ace of diamonds in them himself.
I mean, Frankie, after not getting snap called, probably thinks the Tricky Fish has like queens or jacks, which he's actually ahead of.
Yeah, and hoping doesn't have the diamond, but
He is ahead equity-wise, I mean.
yeah.
He would be 55%. But unless he's up against exactly aces, he can't be too upset about this. If he has one overcard and the flush draw, he can't be too upset. I can't believe that Tricky Fish hasn't called this yet, actually.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. I mean, Frankie did 4-bet pre-flop, so that narrows him down on like the potential of having smaller flushes, especially when Tricky Fish has the king of diamonds himself. Like Frankie then would, like, the next best thing you can have other than the actual nut flush itself is like a queen jack with 2 diamonds. So, and that would, maybe he's not even 4-betting that ever.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he's like
Especially
only
not
repping like
EP
ace
versus
king.
EP, yeah.
I bet Tricky Fish is thinking like this hand specifically that Frankie has is the hand he's hoping he has.
Yeah.
Ace king offsuit with the ace of diamonds.
And he still has that much equity.
He calls. Frankie
Finger.
says one time.
Finger.
Gives the finger. It's
One
Savage
time.
Sunday. There's
There
the
it
diamond.
is,
And
and
Frankie going to
it's
scoop
over.
a huge pot here. Holy cow. Our first big one of the day. Frankie stands up, rubs the hands together.
Look at that. It looks like, does Jello have a professional camera?
Yeah, that was looking sharp right there.
They're getting some
like
good
upgrade.
footage, yeah.
Upgrade in next gen land. And that is going to look good on the vlog right there where Frankie rubbing those hands, scooping in a nice one.
I think we need to call Tricky Fish in here.
Yeah, we can. What
Or
do you
should
want
we ask Frankie first?
I
Maybe
would
we
say
should bring Frankie. You know what? I think we should bring Frankie in instead because he's been gone from the stream for so long.
cool, and we can just get him for
him for everything.
Ask him the hand and then ask him how he's been doing.
Yeah,
I
for
like
sure.
that.
Let's
I
do
like
it.
that. Get that kid in here. Boom. And we're bringing in our first gas. It's Mr. Frankster himself, our first double up of the night. We're going to get that camera cracking too here in just a second. So you guys can see Frankie. John out there working on it. And he's on his way. There's some headphones over there for you, Frankster. And I'm guessing that you're guessing that we just saw you get a big double up.
Here he is.
I know exactly what we're here for. How we doing? What
Oh,
do we think of
yeah.
the play?
We just wanted to hear about your Vegas trip.
Oh, okay.
Now, get out of here.
You know, I'd be excited to talk about that, but
Yeah,
what do you guys think about the jam on the flop?
We want to hear about both. Okay, so I think that both options on the flop make some sense to me.
Let me just tell you my thinking.
Let's hear it.
Look, I don't want to
Taking
call
charge.
and then actually have to play a turn card versus a jam. I know I've got equity against a lot of pairs like jacks,
Sure.
tens, queens. I have a lot of equity in this flop. So I just want to push my equity right now, and I'm hoping he's going to fold hands like 2 black tens, 2 black jacks, something
Sure.
like that. Put me on like aces, no diamond. Even ace king with a diamond, he's not happy with if he has pocket tens. So I want to make his life tough versus him making my life tough on the turn if I call on the flop. And now we're already in a tough spot. On the pre-flop, I think, too, because I decided to go for a 4-bet. Against Tricky Fish, I just know he's going to be calling me, like, all my 4-bets, too. So it's a tough person to go for a 4-bet anyway. So I feel like there's 2 really interesting decisions in this hand. And
No doubt.
Would you 4-bet the ace king there if it was another player, EP versus EP like that?
And
Or would you flat more?
I was thinking that I would flat a lot of the time here.
Yeah.
But Evan's going to be mixing it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So putting in more 3-bets than the normal player. So I just want to 4-bet, get all his kind of
Sport betting for like kind of pure value too.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
hypothesizing about that.
That's
in
fair.
here.
I like
Yeah.
that. I agree with all those points, especially the flop play. I guess the only thing that I said, because I went directly to what you said too, which is if the pot's so big that I feel like I'm going to be facing
was a big jam.
a stack decision on the turn, then for sure. But I thought because you had gone really small on your c-bet,
Yeah.
and then he raises small enough that it's like he had another 900 back, so you could call feasibly, face like a 250 to 300 bet on the turn, call again.
Yeah.
So that becomes an option of a line to take, but I still think both lines are on the table for sure.
And the last thing I want to mention is I was thinking about, well, if I do hit my flush, I'm actually going to lose value against hands like jacks, queens, that when they get that 4th diamond, they're not going to be happy to see it, not pay me off anymore. Turn goes check, check. River, I go for a really like small value bet and just beg for a call versus I can win a big pot right now.
Sure.
And if he has a hand that, doesn't have a pair and a diamond, he wants to gamble, go ahead and gamble. I got a nut flush draw.
And how good does it feel whenever he's tanking with 2 kings with a diamond? Which, to be fair, I think that he's probably thinking my king of diamonds is it's valuable to the degree that maybe occasionally he doesn't have a flush or the ace of diamonds, but he pretty much always has those two hands. And the flushes he's going to have are ace X of diamonds, since I block any king X. And then that means he would have had to be 4-betting maybe with a queen X of diamonds.
Exactly.
Well, he does block the ace king of diamonds with the king of diamonds.
I'm just a little surprised he went into the tank there,
exactly.
because if for somehow I had aces with the two black aces, the king of diamonds is relevant. But yeah, definitely a tough spot for him, and obviously we're just really happy to see that.
No doubt. Big scooper.
Oh, wow.
All right, get to this hand, guys.
Oh,
wow.
boy.
Oh, wow.
Next gen violence here.
No. Oh, no.
Hey, let's get this full screen again.
Yeah.
Frankie, you can stay if you want to. But
oh, he's out of here.
Good luck out there, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Nice pot. Glad to have you back. And we are back with you here.
Well, I saw this hand developing. I saw that Rosie had an ace, but then Jello just drills the 8 on the river here.
Sick.
Oh, my goodness.
And the action here went open call. So Jello raises the pocket 8s, and Rosie calls with the ace-jack suited. They're both early position. That play makes a lot of sense to me. There was a straddle on. Jello c-bets on the ace-high board, and Rosie calls, of course, with his ace. Turn goes check call from Jello, which is... Seems like it makes a lot of sense as well when that ace pairs. And now on the end, Jello runs into it, checks, faces a bet from Rosie of $150, and now has check raised him. And Rosie thinking, man, I can only beat a bluff. But Jello is a character who has that reputation and that image of being capable of going for a bluff. So...
Oh, wow.
Not an easy fold by any stretch of the imagination.
I didn't realize here that the flush had come in. This would have been so much sicker if the flush didn't come in. Because then Jello would have gone bigger with his raise, I think.
Sure, yeah.
Jello being very smart here with the small raise, targeting exactly what Rosie has.
Yeah, it's interesting, though, if he did decide to go a little bigger, if Rosie might trick himself into thinking that Jello might bluff at that size more.
I always think that, but then sometimes...
I mean, it just looks so value heavy.
I know, but sometimes like everyone knows it's value heavy and they still call because the price is too good. It works on me, too. Sometimes people will bet the river so small, and I'll be like, well, maybe they're just value betting worse, like really thin. Pays him off.
Pays him off, Rosie. Oh, he hates to see it. Oh. Counts out those green chips. Ships him next door.
Pay that man his money.
Oh, that's the worst, man. And isn't it funny? I was just commenting on this the other day, how, like, if you're at your house and, like, your buddy wants to play cards, you know, you might whip out $20 or something to play for, and that feels like a really nice sweat. And then you show up at the card house, you're sitting right next to your buddy that you just played for $20. And now because you're in this place that's right down the road where it's so commonly accepted to play big, now you're paying him off for $350 on one bet.
Yep. We're far away from the frat house game.
This is not the frat house anymore, boys. See, though, we had a couple of people unhappy that we had clicked away. I'm sorry, guys. We are back and did make it back in time for that hand. Sorry that we slipped away there talking about Frankie's hand.
Yeah, I mean, we almost missed it entirely.
Yeah, we did.
But what are you going to do? That's just the nature of being able to bring people in real time, you know? Sometimes we're just going to miss the next hand. But overall, I think it's a net positive.
No doubt. And people are asking about the hoodie. The hoodie is up for grabs. Got to get to 100 likes, guys. What are we at right now? How's it going? We are up to 163 people. That's good to see.
We shot up there.
Bang, bang. And we are up to 50 likes. We're at the halfway point, guys. If you just click that button, there's going to be a hoodie given away. Total freebie. It's totally free for you to click the button. You see all of this work that went in to get all of this production set up so we could bring you some live stream poker. And all you got to do to pay us back is just give us half a second of your time. Clickety click.
Looks like we have Andrew Voden in the chat, actually. What is up, Andrew Voden? Watched your vlogs for a while.
Nice, nice. I don't know if I've seen that one or not. I'll have to check it out. Let me go take a little look-see right here.
Doug saying happy Spritzer Sunday with that ongoing joke that I like wine spritzers. Let me tell you.
Yeah, let's go.
It's not wine spritzers today.
Dude, that is...
Oh, wow. And Tricky Fish doing tricky, fishy stuff. Rivering the trips.
No, turning.
Oh, turning the trips and getting paid.
Getting paid by king high?
What?
Is that what happened right here? This goes bet call on the turn. Tricky Fish bets and then bets again on the river for $150. And the boy, suspicious, putting him on diamonds, I guess.
Wow.
Decides to call down. The Jack 10 came in too and gives him $150. Let's go. Little freebie. Ethan was mad at us. Don't lie, Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan was furious.
Nice. The chat is going off. So glad to see you guys. And honestly, I got to say I love it when I look over at the chat and there's only the occasional gamble for the points as opposed to it being like dominated by the gambling. What do you think about that, John?
Yeah, I think you guys need to chill out a little bit with the point gambling.
Dude,
I
you need to see your therapist.
Yeah, I think that we need to have an intervention for the chat.
Oh,
I think
boy.
we need to schedule. How does this Wednesday at 2
Yeah,
sound?
chat meetup pro, and then they show up to play the game, and it's an intervention.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have a table and everything set up, and like prop players set up at the game, and they walk in, and we just ambush them with like an intervention.
Everyone comes in and closes in from the door side.
Yeah.
They're trapped inside. Take a seat. We need to talk about your points gambling.
And as we're talking about it, we have the Poker House Live account gambling their points.
I know, Ethan. I'm just giving you a hard time, buddy. We appreciate you giving the heads up, and sorry that we didn't catch it immediately, but we made it. We made it.
We just barely got it.
Poker House Live says, thanks for the reminder, and then gambles all their points.
And then it didn't even work.
Yeah, who is that? Is that Eddie?
Uh-oh, here's Scott Friedman again, gambling his favorite number.
Is that Scott over Scott?
No.
Oh,
That's
Scott.
Friedman.
Scott.
He's ruining this space for us.
Come on, Scott.
Tara's on one tonight. Ooh, boy. And let me tell you guys, we are not even halfway yet through our stream tonight. Plenty more action. I mean, we just saw a call from King High. Art thou not entertained? And now they're all gambling. That's all they're doing.
Oh, they love it.
Yeah, it's over.
They love it.
I'm almost thinking that you guys wouldn't even watch the stream if it weren't for the gambling.
Don't even answer that. We don't want to see.
We don't want to know.
So we've got an open and a call here. Rosie dumps the ace-jack offsuit in a pretty juicy-looking squeeze spot, but not a mistake. Got a call from the boy in the big blind defending, and Raj gonna take the squeeze opportunity. It's a little loose, but very, very fun.
Good squeeze, Raj. Does not show bluff this time. Giant picked up some boosters.
See our chip counts up there, guys. This 1,500 cap game. If you're just coming in and joining us, we appreciate you being here. Got 163 of you guys with us right now. Would love to see that push up over 200. 2 weeks ago, the last time that I was here in the booth, we were up over 250 for the entire stream. We got Sam Clark coming in here from U2. He's got the 5-4 suited. That's a ambitious early position open, but a fun place to expand to. Obviously a very playable hand. I'd say in this environment, I would just be worried about getting 3-bet a little too often, and I'd probably play on the conservative side in these earlier positions and then play in the more active side in the later ones, maybe using this as a candidate for 3-betting myself as opposed to being the one getting 3-bet. And you see here, Tricky Fish does 3-bet, and then Jello comes in with the cold 4-bet immediately after and punishes that open. And Tricky Fish getting punished as well. You always want to be the last one in line when it's open 3-bet, 4-bet, 5-bet. You want to be the one packing the punch, not getting punched. I think poker is a lot about just kind of maneuvering yourself and getting into position so you can get those spots, especially hold'em, where it's very hard to make a hand, and the positional play and tactical play becomes even more important. Your overall game plan of what you're doing in certain situations becomes more important, as opposed to a game like Omaha, where there's so many different possible combinations of hands that captivating a range advantage is more so valuable just from the fact that your hand has a better chance to win and is going to win the money on average more often, and less so from the fact that you're going to be able to use that to manipulate the guy and get him to fold more often. The equities just run so close together that no hand really beats any other hand to that degree.
We got into the weeds as I stepped out there, didn't we?
Just a little bit. Just talking about poker.
Well, I got to tell you, I stepped out there for a second, and there is like a distinct 10 to 15 degree temperature change
It's a little toasty.
by stepping out of this door.
We're chilling. We're chilling.
And the boy's chilling because he's got all the ladies.
He's got 2 queens. There we go. 2 queens. And it is G defending that straddle. Check on the flop.
Ooh, might get paid for a bet here.
And you see another one of these situations where the boy has a board that could potentially look like a board you want to see bet all of your hands with, or hands on, excuse me. And he chooses to check with the queen, so he's obviously having a strategy where he's going to bet some and check some. And then it's up to the individual player to decide how many different kinds of hands do they need to do each of those actions with to help protect themselves, right? So like if I check, I don't only want to check with hands that act like they want to check, like 2 queens or 2 jacks or well, yeah, 2 jacks there, 2 tens. I also want to have some hands that can check and then defend when my opponent tries to attack me because I've shown weakness. And that creates like more complex strategies compared to just saying, you know what, on this board, I think everything that I already bet with, I'm just going to keep betting with. And there, the boy decided to complicate his strategy a little bit by checking some and betting some, and these queens definitely fit in as a great candidate to bet if that is your choice.
And you know, that's actually, people always talk about you need to be balanced. You need to be balanced. I think that in a lot of scenarios when people say you need to be balanced, you don't actually need to be balanced.
Yeah, no doubt,
but
dude.
of all the spots that you would need to be balanced in, other than maybe like a 3-bet, you know, like you can't always just 3-bet with aces, kings, and ace king.
Sure.
But other than that, one of the most important spots to be balanced is having strong hands in your checking range that can call a bet.
Yeah. I think that you could theoretically just 3-bet with aces, kings, and ace king, and you would still get action. I think the problem is that you would just be missing out on so much potential earnings that you're barely going to be beating the blinds and beating the rake.
Yeah.
So you yes, all of those are super profitable and can help get you from minus whatever the blinds and rake cost you to profitability or to break even. But you just need some extra ones in there to help you earn that extra money to build your win rate. We've got the boy, the only one with a spade here. Spade comes in on the turn, and it's going to be Sam Clark with the top pair. Check through on the flop, and here on the turn, the pot is still very manageable.
That's a pretty good card for the boy to call a bet, but Sam's going to check it down, and he's going to win with his pair of queens.
Sam scooping in one. Seems like he hasn't had too many go his way yet, so I'm sure he's happy to get a little momentum.
I was just going to say something. I forgot. Isn't that always a tragedy?
always.
What were we talking about? We're talking about 3-betting the aces and kings only. Yeah, so exactly what you said, completely agree. And then to add on to what I was saying about the checking range is the only reason that is so important is because, well, I mean, even actually, no. About the aces and kings only, the other problem with only 3-betting aces and kings and ace-king is that obviously if there's any other good player at the table and they know that you're only doing that, then they can attack you on boards where you're likely to only have one pair.
Sure, but
And it'll be very difficult to defend.
I think that's a big if, though. There's a lot of assuming that because the person is a good player or is perceived to be a good player, that they're immediately going to recognize that in you.
No, they'd have to play with you for a long time.
Right, exactly, and build like an image of you. And even still, I think you can get away with being a lot tighter because maybe they've seen you make aggressive plays in other situations. Well, of course, if we're saying, yeah, that wouldn't work here, I guess, because we're just making a blanket statement that you're only going to re-raise with aces, kings, and ace-king.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe eventually someone would catch on to that, but I still think that it would still be incredibly profitable to play those specific hands, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But maybe as an overall strategy, that's not quite enough to get you to profitability. All right, we're here. We've got G. He turns well, actually, he already flopped a gutter here, and then...
And he's got the best hand because Raj is... He's in the mood to play the Robbie.
The Robbie, baby. He probably just wants to show it down.
Or as we call it now, the robbery.
The robbery. I don't know. From G-Man. Oh, boy. I'm not even going to get into the weeds on that one.
Matt Berkey called it the robbery.
Oh, nice, dude.
That's a good one.
Cheers to Berkey on that one. I mean, I'm not a big fan of how Garrett handled that situation at all.
No, it's not anything about that, though. It's just the name itself. No matter what your thoughts on, it was a cheating allegation, and the robbery is a perfect name for that hand. Even if it's...
But, I mean, is he saying it towards, like, that Garrett robbed her, or towards her robbing Garrett? Because I was thinking it was, like, Garrett robbing her, the fact that he went and asked for the money that she won and then was never able to prove that she cheated.
Well, there was some sort of robbery that went on there,
Sure,
right?
that's fair.
So, it's a robbery.
I can get on board with that. Actually, so Nick is making a comment about the boy wearing the mask, but actually from what I've heard is that he likes being mysterious and like keeping a low profile. I like that.
That's why he always wears the hat as well, the bucket hat. Mm-hmm. I have known the boy for over a year now, and not once have I ever seen his face.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah. And Sam Clark wakes up with a real hand now. He goes 3-5. He's got Tricky Fish dominated. But Tricky Fish definitely going to defend the straddle with this one.
We have the chat up in arms now about many things.
Yeah, well. I can see all perspectives on that one. All are valid, I think. Sam C-bets here, and Tricky Fish going to float once with that second pair. Guess that's not the way to say that. He's going to call at least once with that second pair. This is not really a float or a... and very well might call multiple bets. Going to find out here. Well, it's a big one. Wow, it's a really big one. 135 out there. He bets 225. I kind of like that because now I'm sitting here looking at Tricky Fish with this hand class that I'm targeting and thinking, is he going to be suspicious? No, he's not. Not suspicious enough. It's just a little too much, I think. Maybe more like 180 or something, like that over bet where it's like he's going to be suspicious and not completely blown off the hand. Like there, I feel like he was suspicious, but he's like 2x the pot. Okay, whatever. If you want it that bad, then take it. I think if he has a jack, he's still probably going to call. But I'd really like to continue getting called there versus a wide straddle defend pre-flop. I'd really like to keep getting called by an assortment of hands that are worse than a jack on the turn and then maybe blast him on the river. But what do I know? Maybe it's better to just go really big twice against a jack and hope he heroes both of them. How's it going over there in Chatland?
I was just absorbed by the chat.
Yeah, no, that's what I was asking. How's it going in Chatland?
It's going.
I bet the boy sips cool wine spritz. Dog, oh my gosh. Classic wine spritzer jokes. Love it. Gotta love a good wine spritzer joke.
I just want to make it very clear in the chat for anyone who may be misunderstanding. There's no one in this booth that thinks that Robbie cheated.
Nope.
No.
I also could not go as far as to say that I am sure she did not cheat because
I think it would
really
be,
don't know.
It would be foolish to say that it was 100%.
Yeah.
Because you can't prove that.
For sure.
But no one here is saying that she cheated.
If I were guessing and making a bet on it, I would bet that she did not cheat.
I would also take that bet. But there were times where I would take the other side. But at this point, I would take the bet that she did not cheat. I think that she got tired of being pushed around and made an emotional decision that ended up working out for her.
Let me ask you this question. If someone came to you with no knowledge of the situation, or let's just say you like had an assurance that they did not have some special insight to the situation, and offered you even money on either side, what is the maximum percentage of your net worth you would be willing to bet that she did not cheat?
Wow. That's a really, really good question. I'm gonna well, it looks like Scott would be willing to bet his entire net worth because he says there is zero chance that she cheated.
Total freebie for
So, I mean, complete
Scott
free
to double
roll,
up his entire net worth.
And also, I disagree with the fact that she misread her hand. I didn't think we were going to get into this far, but I disagree with the fact that she misread her hand because she clearly looked at her hand many times.
Yeah.
And she didn't really back that up very much. She kind of said it one time and then just like abandoned that whole idea.
Let's let the chat just stew for a second.
Yeah, well,
Maybe give us some of your percentages there, guys.
Yeah,
What's the most you would risk?
Yeah, I wonder what you guys would bet on it.
Yeah.
How much of your net worth? I'm going to have to think about that one while we have the boy flopping top pair with the king 4 off.
Yeah, and if you're someone who is 100% sure she did cheat, then what's the most you would risk?
I mean, Scott Friedman said that he was 100% sure, so I wonder how much a percentage of his net worth.
Well, it must be 100. All right, and we got Frankie here opening up his ace-queen suited. He gets defended by the boy. It is a nice flop for king 4. Check, c-bet, call. I'd say this flop is not a mandatory range betting board, but wouldn't mind it either against a straddle defend range. Definitely both players have a lot of interaction on the board, but Frankie dominates a little bit. He's got those kings, jacks, ace, king, king, queen suiteds more often. And Frankie gonna come again. He does have a gut shot.
This is the type of board that I would actually continue to bet. Maybe not so. I mean, no, it doesn't need the 8 is a complete brick. I actually would like this more if this was like a king jack 8 turn 7 type of board.
Yeah, I'm just kind of feeling like what's the boy gonna call with on the flop that he's gonna fold on the turn? Because he's in the straddle, maybe he has like some 9x or jack x with a small kicker that would get out of there, but most of those hands, like a jack x or 9x, is also going to have either a 2 pair or a gut shot on this board and probably not going to fold. So just feel like there's not that much fold equity. Maybe if you're planning on going for a big triple barrel bomb right here, then you can set yourself up with a nice kind of cheap bet on the turn to string him along and then come in with the ka-chow right here on the end. $450 in the pot. Is Frankie going to dive in there, grab a big stack of greens, and slide him across the line? Or is he going to check back and show down ace high, which is no good? Looks like that's a checking face. Check, check. And the boy scoops.
Easy.
Easy peasy.
So one more question before we move on from this. Laura says if a guy called him down with that same hand, no big deal would be made about it. How do you feel about that?
Say it one more time. What are we talking about?
She says that if a guy called him down with that same hand in the Jack 4, if Robbie were another guy,
we're talking about Robbie.
that no big deal would be made about it. How do you feel about that?
Because she's a woman? That's what she's saying? I would say it'd be more so because she's drawing attention to herself more than because she's specifically a woman. But
do you think that
feels like pure speculation?
Do you
to
think
me.
it would
I don't
be?
know. I have no idea.
Do you think it would be a big deal? I'm saying, do you think it would be a big deal still if a man called her down? Called him down with Jack 4.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think the big deal is because of the call down. I think the big deal is because Garrett stopped the game, accused her of cheating, and then went and asked for his money back. And if he did that to anyone,
I think it would be a huge deal regardless.
Yeah,
if
I don't think it has anything to do with it.
If he stopped the game or not. Yeah, I mean, this would be like a massive story.
Well, it'd be an interesting story, but it would have just passed by if it was just a hero call. The fact that he took the $150K back and then quit poker is the story. Let's come back here real fast.
Yeah,
we got a couple playable hands.
This conversation is one that's been going on for a few months at least.
Yeah.
Raj putting in the 4-bet there.
Let's go, dude. This is open 3-bet, cold 4-bet from the straddle. He's going to put both of these guys in a wicked spot. The 8s are out of there. Can't blame him. And now the boy. There, in my opinion, feels pretty deep to play for all of it. Does he want to just call and take a flop here? That's kind of my guess about what he's going to do.
Where was the original opener from?
You won, I believe, with 2 8s.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then we've got a big blind 3-bet, very strong. And then cold 4 from the straddle, also very strong. The boy, you don't really love any of your options, honestly.
Well, you like that flop.
Yeah, that's beauty. That's a beauty.
And how far is Raj willing to take this?
I don't know. The boy's got him right where he wants him. The only way Raj is going to win this hand is if he hits a jack or he's willing to just keep blasting the entire way.
Yeah.
Because the boy's not, I mean, it might go bet shove.
I mean, honestly, I think that Raj should plan to bluff the turn, but this is not going to end well for him. I don't think it's going to go bet shove. There's still a lot behind.
There's 900 in the middle. It's only 2x pot left. And we've got the nut flush draw, and I feel a lot better shoving it now than... I mean, I guess he's not going to... It's not just a natural shove on the turn if we call, but I would definitely consider it.
I almost feel you can raise and then shove the turn because there's so much behind.
Yeah.
Which it looks like he's going to do here.
Wow. How much is that? $800. I mean, look how much we've gone, though.
Yeah, it's going to be like 60% pot.
And, of course, Raj just going to be out of here versus this action. Oh, and look at that. Right in time. We got the fireworks flying in the game here, and we've got the fireworks flying in the chat. Bronx Bomber coming in with the $50 super chat. Let's go, dude. He's in Manila.
Ooh, Manila. What you doing out there in Manila, Bronx Bomber?
Epic.
Thank you for the super chat there.
Yeah, and thanks for tuning in on your trip. That's epic. Tuned in just in time here to see Raj making a play and getting it raised right back in his face. And I feel like he's just Hollywooding a little bit, I guess.
Well, if I know Raj was thinking if there's any chance that he could 3-bet rip the flop and rep anything credible.
Wow.
Because I have seen crazier things from Raj, believe it or not.
Raj is a much braver man than I then.
Just get a few wine spritzers in him, see what happens.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. He looks like a wine spritzer guy. The boy right here just cracked 3K. It's the first time we've seen anyone crack 3K tonight, I believe.
He cracked 3K, and we cracked 200 viewers.
Oh, let's go. And we're way up over 200. We're up into the 2 teens. And let me give a little checkaroo on that light count. Who's up for some light count, boys? We got 72 likes, boys.
We are 28 likes away from the hoodie giveaway.
We are trending.
Hit that like button.
We still got 2 hours left to go here. We're having a good time, guys. So glad that you joined us with your Sunday night. You could be anywhere, and you chose to spend it here with us. We appreciate that. Ethan wants the hoodie so bad. Rena wants the hoodie so bad. I want to give it to you. And I feel like we're going to make it faux show.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. 25 likes away and still like 2 hours left in the stream.
Yeah.
Right on schedule. We're going to hit that 100 likes.
We got a straddle on here, and Frankie bumps it up to 30. It's going to be Rosie on the button, flatting, and then the boy in the small blind comes in with another squeeze opportunity. He's got the ace-10 suited this time. Nice big juicy sizing, and it's going to force Frankie out of the hand there. I'm kind of surprised to see that. That feels like a call to me when we got 1 T5, 100 back. Rich wants the hoodie so bad too. People love hoodies. Who doesn't? I'm wearing one right now. I'm literally wearing a Poker House hoodie like we're about to give away to you at this moment.
But yours isn't as cool. You bought that.
No, I didn't. They gave it to me.
Oh,
for being a loyal customer when they opened.
Well, where's my hoodie?
You have not been a loyal enough customer, I guess.
That is appalling.
To be fair, I believe they only gave away like 2 or 3 of them, and I was one of them. Just saying. I mean, when they first opened here, I played a lot of cards.
I was going to 4-bet bluff there. I was like, wait, I'm locked down with the challenge, so why should I? Oh, 4-betting with the 5 in my hand.
Chat is wildin'.
Chat's out of control tonight. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Everybody loves when the chat's out of control. Honestly, that's one of my favorite aspects of doing the commentary, is sitting here and watching the chat troll in. Oh, see what I did there? Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Troll in. I meant roll in, but also at the same time.
Troll in.
I love seeing you guys troll in, because getting trolled and then trying to re-troll you is some of my favorite aspects to spending my time each week doing this.
Keeps you young. You know?
Oh, yeah, no doubt, dude. That is a great way to put it. It does keep you young.
Rosie is flopping the best hand here.
Yeah. You know what'll keep you young is... Well, actually, that'll make you age. That's a better way to put that. You know what'll make you age is having the best hand of a pair of 4s on a 3-heart board and trying to find your way to showdown.
And then turning 2 pair.
That'll keep you young.
That'll keep you in. That'll get you to showdown. Raj going absolutely nowhere, though. He's got the nut flush draw, which means he's got the nut flush blocker. Wow, Raj puts in the raise here.
Yeah, wow. Could have easily just taken the passive line and seen the river.
This is a perfect spot for Raj to raise the turn and then blast the river.
Yeah, and Rosie goes thin here and then now kind of gets punished for it. He's going to hold on tight, and that is a great play, actually. I wouldn't have been surprised to see him think about that and make a tight fold.
And will he be able to hold on here?
Yeah, he's got the best hand.
Because I think Raj is going to be blasting.
Yeah, Raj has got that nut flush blocker, just like John said. Oh, what?
My gosh, what?
He must have thought Rosie just is nutted or weighted towards having smaller flushes and is not going to fold.
Oh, my gosh.
Now Rosie going to check it back, get to go to showdown. Happy to show down the week 2 pair.
Wow.
And scoop in a nice little potski. That's pretty sweet.
No, Raj, why would you do this to me?
Do you need to needle Raj for that?
I think I need to needle Raj.
You're going to call him in here and
I
needle
don't know
him?
if it's worth calling him in here for.
I mean, it's
honestly,
a good
I don't even
spot.
know if it's worth giving him the satisfaction of coming in here.
Yeah, put him on camera and
Yeah, making him famous. All these 200 people in here.
blow him up, boys. Blow him up. 217 people.
I mean, I think that was quite literally the perfect bluff spot for Raj.
Oh, boy.
chat once again, wilding out.
As they do.
They said that I'm wilding out. Did you see that?
Did they really?
Buddy, you're out of control, Knock.
Ethan, what do you think would have happened if he bet 600? Is there any way that Rosie finds the call?
I mean, it's a really tough spot to call.
Tough for sure. He obviously was suspicious and thought he had a good chance to have the best hand on the turn, so I'm curious. Would have been a 6 spot.
Bronx Bomber. We're definitely going to have to play some pickleball. Let me tell you that. Tara asking, what does wildin' out mean?
Being wild.
Well, the origin stemmed from Nick Cannon's show, Wildin' Out.
Wild and
You don't
out.
you don't pronounce it that way though.
Okay, but I mean...
Wilding out.
Wild out.
Wildin' out.
Wilding out. It's getting crazy, you know?
Just means it's getting crazy in there, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Everybody's getting wild.
yeah, everyone's getting wild. Yeah.
Could mean whatever you need it to mean. And we've got Mr. Sam Clark about to see himself a cold 4-bet opportunity. It's Tricky Fish who opens. Raj given the light call with the 7-6 offsuit and the cutoff. G wakes up with a real hand. He's got ace-king suited in the small blind. He squeezes, which gives Sam Clark a juicy look in position, cold 4-bet opportunity with the 7-deuce offsuit. If he can get it through all of these guys, and he is representing a lot of strength, he would win $200 in bounties. But it's not going to work this time. Not sure if it's going to be Tricky Fish or G, but one of these guys is not going anywhere.
Well, it looks like Tricky Fish is going to also not go anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wasn't sure which one of them it would be to fight back first. But
He's going to decide to cold call this 4-bet.
Wow.
Knowing that he'll be able to play in position to both players. And it looks like G's just going to call too, and that's not good for Sam. Sam would have much rather just G called and Tricky Fish not cold called.
Yeah.
Because on a board like a 7 or a deuce,
Yeah,
he'd actually win.
for sure.
It looks like we have a delay in our graphics here. The flop is out.
Rosie looks stoked that he folded. Rosie rocking a little jewelry tonight. And is that a Drew the Vlogger hoodie?
I think so.
Or something.
It's a King 7-4.
There is a 7 out there.
And it's 2 clubs.
And that entices Sam
Oh, no.
to bet 300. And G, who just has the absolute dream flop, is not going
Wow.
anywhere.
What a flop.
And instead, is he just going to call and slow play here? I mean, that would make a lot of sense. Or is he going to go ahead and rip it in?
He's counting out his stack.
But I'm also parsing on Giga Lockdown.
And the raise comes in there. The not all in raise.
Yeah, he goes for a small raise. I mean, that makes some sense, too. I think with how big the pot is, I might just like to check. I don't know. What do you think? Probably just a check, I guess. We have, like, all the good cards.
Yeah, try to... You could check and just try to hit a 7 or a deuce. And sometimes just still
No,
be...
I mean,
what?
if G. Just check call. Instead of check raise. What do you think?
Oh, you said just check, so I was confused.
I mean, just call.
Yeah. I would like just call here. I don't think there's any reason to raise.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the reason is that you prevent him from checking back and then just calling on the river. You can get the whole stack in, but
Yeah.
it feels like we got all the cards that we want him to have to potentially put his stack in. Give him a chance to bluff, but I could see it going either way.
I like a check from Sam there, but the only reason that... I mean, the only problem is that Tricky Fish complicates things there, being 3 ways. Because you want to get folds from Tricky Fish's pairs under the king. Because that's what a lot of his range is after cold calling the 4-bet, I think. And then So that just complicates things. Like if it was just him and G, then you could kind of like just check back the 7 and expect to still be ahead at some frequency from other ace highs. But yeah, it just complicates things being 3 ways.
Got Frankie flopping top pair here. Small pot. Everybody folds, and he takes it down. And we're on hand number 60, guys. We're rolling right along here. I feel like we've been moving with some pace tonight. I think I might have to shed the hoodie.
It's a little warm in here.
Toasty boys.
Let me turn the camera on while you do that.
He's like, yeah, I'll toss you 20. I'll toss you 5. We're out of negotiation. They're debating buying last offer. 10 from you. They did not hear me. What am I? I'm not final offer. I mean, what the hell? I'll give you 5. But I go straddle this. That must have been a terrible hand. I had to straddle the fence.
We got some people in the chat saying that Sam Clark kind of looks like Logan Paul. How do you feel about that?
Let me get a look at him here in a second.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I mean, I can see that direction.
Yeah. He said with a good makeup artist, he could pass.
I was thinking that was something else when I read it. I was like, who are they talking about? They can pass with a good makeup artist. Maybe Jello. That's a compliment. We got another big pot right here. This is open. Defend. Oh, it looks like open, defend, 3-bet. I bet it was open, 3-bet, cold call, cold 4-bet from the big blind. That's tricky fish with the ace queen.
It looks like he's going to take it down. Action is just slightly behind.
Raj folds. No, Raj is still in there.
Oh, wow. It looked like he was shipping the pot.
Oh, boy, and it's going to be trouble.
Uh-oh. Oh.
And there's $600 in the middle, and Tricky Fish only with 1,000 back. This very well might all go in the middle, guys.
Oh,
Depends on what comes here on the turn, I think.
Brutal.
If it's a brick, there's going to be 700 back, less than a pot-sized bet left. I mean, Raj isn't folding for this 175. Oh, and he just rips it. And I'm guessing Tricky Fish snap calls. We're just a little bit behind on the graphics.
Yeah.
Yep. And here we go. Oh, he says I get 1 out. 2 outs. And it's bricks and a little bit of a cooler situation there. Maybe Raj didn't have to be in there pre-flop, but that's a good hand. Hard to get away from it.
Adrian Perez saying that's why King Queen is a fold to a 4-bet.
Yeah, definitely can be. Well, for me, it almost always is, but I definitely have seen some really good players where it is not always a fold.
I can't say it's always a fold for me. But it definitely is a fold out of position. But he wasn't out of position there, doesn't look like.
Sounds like Steven has eaten 8 fiber bars. My goodness.
Wow.
That is next level, my man. I'm a little bit concerned for you.
Well, he just said he'd be ripping it after all this fiber, and then the message was swiftly deleted.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that. We're up to 89 likes. I do want to think about that, guys. We're going to cruise right through that 100 number. That's pretty sweet. Only a few more of you guys need to click that button, and we still have an hour and a half before the end of the stream. Although we will be giving away the hoodie before that. Maybe we should set a time, John. What do you think?
Sure thing.
Maybe like 9:15 or 9:30.
Well, we're gonna do it by hand. So
by hand number. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to pick a hand number right now?
What hand are we on right now?
We're on hand number 60 something.
Hand 61. Well, if we have 100 likes by hand 75,
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
we will give away the hoodie.
It's perfect. Oh, we will. We're gonna have 100 likes by then. I have the utmost faith in you guys.
So what we're gonna do here, what we did last week, we're going to gamble. I know you guys love gambling.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna gamble on how big the pot will be in hand 75. Here are the rules. The rules are, and listen carefully, you cannot guess over the amount of what the pot is. It is the person who guesses the closest to the pot size on hand 75 without going over. What is that, the Price is Right rules?
Yeah, I like that.
Closest to, but not over.
Who doesn't love the Price is Right?
You may only guess one time. If you guess twice, your guesses will be invalidated.
Looks like Raj just added a yellow chip there. $1,000.
He's not playing around.
That's not updated on his stack. So if you see him get involved in a hand, he does have a full-size stack there. Still says he has $200 for the moment. I'm sure we'll get that updated.
It actually looks like he added on $1,500.
He's got that little bumblebee. You like bumblebee or banana better?
Banana's way better.
Likes the bananas. Whoa.
Now, no need to put any guesses in yet because we don't even have 100 likes yet. We are still 4 likes away. And we can only make the guesses until we get those 4 more likes.
Oh, yeah, we're getting there, boys.
So make sure you guys hit that like button and we'll start guessing.
Yeah. None of these guesses count right now, guys.
No, don't listen. The guesses do count.
Oh, they do count?
Yeah, they count. Because I just said we know 2 guesses, so I don't want to cause any issues.
Oh, okay. No issues. No issues, guys. We're going to make it any second anyway, so.
Yeah, so we'll just count it.
We're at 97. Let's go. Man, you guys are just on top of it.
98.
We ask, you deliver.
102. There it
There it
is.
is. Dude, Ethan is literally crying. Look at that. He is stoked about this hoodie.
All right, you guys can now guess how big the pot will be on hand 75. The rule is you must have your guess in by the end of hand 70. Once hand 70 ends, I will type something in the chat to mark the end of the guessing. And any guesses after that message will not count.
Still 5 hands out, you think? Is that too far to lose enthusiasm?
No. Look how excited they are.
They're stoked.
They're stoked. And I am going to be screenshotting or taking pictures of the chat because last time we couldn't scroll back all the way.
Okay. That's going to be gnarly to go back and check that.
I know.
You're going to really enjoy yourself.
Well, I'm not going to enjoy it, but I'm going to do it.
Or Tiny's going to take like 100 guesses. Or is that allowed? I feel like you can only guess once.
No,
right?
he's only guessing once. He was saying how many likes we have.
How many likes? Yeah, only one guess, guys.
Oh, we got guesses.
If you are deemed to be the winner, you will have to pass the test of us going to make sure you did not have any other guesses.
Yes, remember, guys, one guess.
Cool. There's JTN confirming. Preach. And should we give away the little Hensky that last time?
Oh, yeah.
Last time the pot was $1,500 and the highest guess was what? Like a few hundred?
$850, I think.
Yeah, so these pots get sneaky big, boys, so don't be afraid to
Somebody
go,
has
Scotty boy.
Well,
Scotty boy, why do you do that? So bad.
We added a 1 before it.
Yeah, I know. That does make it better. Makes it better, but still, just can't even joke about that.
Oh, you made it a bit, though.
I mean, he made it a bit.
No, your reaction made it a bit. You've done this to yourself.
It's almost a genuine reaction, honestly. I don't like it at all. I really don't.
You hear that? You hear that, Scott?
Oh, Scott loves it, dude. He's never going to stop now once he hears that.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he doesn't like it? Well.
I say I love to get trolled, too, and that's what he's doing, but it's just like, that's just trolling on another level.
Took it to another level.
Yeah.
Took it to the spiritual realm.
Spiritual troll. Yeah, we got a little open and a couple of calls. Looks like this is just a little mini raise. Sam Clark in the +2. And he gets a couple of calls.
Oh my god, you're so glad you called me in the booth, bro. I was like, this gives me 0 credit. Oh, that is that. Oh my god.
Oh, Tricky Fish talking about us calling him into the booth.
For what?
I don't know. I just am feeling like I haven't been conscious of doing that in the last 30 minutes or
I feel
so.
like there wasn't very much
We
to
didn't
call
miss anything.
anybody into the booth for.
Sure, fair enough.
We had a cooler, but
Oh, Tricky Fish right there with the ace, queen, king, queen. That's probably
Yeah.
what he's talking about, huh?
yeah, but that was. a
Oh, well,
cooler.
no, he couldn't have been talking about that because it hadn't even been 15 minutes.
Yeah. Who knows?
Not sure.
Raj adds 1,500.
Cool.
Just got confirmation there that the 1,500 has now been added.
Sounds great. Appreciate that, Eric. We are back in business. Everybody's stacks updated. Ooh, Scott wants to hear from Rosie and Jello to discuss the ace-jack versus eights. That is a pretty interesting one right there. We did miss it. Oh. And those are our boys, too.
I don't know. Like I just feel like hands like that aren't worth bringing anybody in for. I just
I mean,
feel
it
like
was
they're
a
just
check raise, and then Rosie had a spot to call on the end or fold.
I feel like they're just coolers though. Like it wasn't like a.
Oh, that's not just a cooler.
That was a brutal cooler.
Oh, you just got trips and the flush comes in and you get check raised? I mean, that's a spot to think about folding. You can't just call and call it a cooler.
I mean, you kind of can. He raised so small too.
This guy just writing it off as a cooler.
It's cooler. What are you gonna do?
I can't agree with you. I don't think that was just a cooler. I think there was dynamics in play there.
I don't know what dynamic could have been in play there.
About whether Jello would bluff or not.
The
Because if
answer's
he's not
always
bluffing,
yes.
Rosie can't win.
With Jello, the answer is always yes.
Oh, you think so, huh? That's a good reputation to have. Because then you don't have to bluff it that much.
You don't.
Guys, we're at 2.5 hours. We still got another 90 minutes of action for y'all.
Hand 66. You guys got 3 or 4 more hands to put your guesses in for how big the pot will be on hand 75.
Oh, yeah. We're up to 109 likes. That's just tasty right there.
That is tasty.
What's the most that we've gotten? I don't think we're even going to be close to that, huh? I want to go back and see what we got a couple weeks ago. I think that was the most. That's pretty nice whenever you can reference your most recent few episodes as your most popular episodes.
Oh, yeah.
It's going well, boys.
We're seeing a lot of growth over here in the stream, and it's all because of you guys chatting to us in the chat, hitting the like button.
No doubt. So last week, 2.6K views and 136 likes. I got you, boys. And then the previous week before that, 4.1K views. The most popular live stream in the history of Poker House Live. That one got 162 likes, guys. So actually, it's not outside of the realm of possibility we could get up to those numbers. It's going to be tough to hit the 4K. We've been a little bit lower than we were that night, but still very, very strong viewership tonight, guys. Really appreciate y'all being here with us and spending your Sunday evening watching some Savage Sunday. And you're seeing Raj versus Tricky Fish in another spot right here, and a little bit of something for both guys. Raj with the flush draw, Tricky Fish with the pair and open ender. I think they do play friendly on the flop there. Oh no, it's just a check bet call, so that is a little friendly actually. Raj bets and Tricky Fish just check calls. Feels like a very comfortable, happy play. Turn, he checks again, and Raj going to continue telling that story. Seems kind of a mixed bet and check for me here. I think I pretty much always bet on the flop, and then, oh, yeah, I think I pretty much always bet on the flop. Kind of mixed check and bet on the turn. And bricks off on the end. And Raj took that big stab, man. He went big on the turn there. I didn't even realize he had gone 300. That's a huge bet.
He bet a little over pot there. And Tricky Fish called him with the 5 there with the open ender as well. Both players brick or what they assume to be bricks.
And I don't blame Tricky Fish for calling on the turn. I think he expects Raj to use that as a barreling card a lot. He could have front door flush draws, back door flush draws.
Wow. Did you see that? Tricky Fish checks, and Raj bets 650 before the camera even pans to him.
Wow.
Snap bet.
That is interesting, and I actually like that play a lot. That might put off vibes of like a king to Tricky Fish. That's kind of how that feels to me.
Yeah. Wow. Raj tells him it's good.
I think now Raj might be talking a little too much.
Might be getting himself in deep.
Yeah, I feel like it looked really strong, but now the talking is making me feel it looks a little suspicious. That's funny that Raj says that. I wonder how much he actually has behind. It says he's only got $100.
Yeah, I don't think he has $100.
Yeah, or maybe Evan's being sarcastic.
Yeah. That's also a possibility. Gets it through.
And Evan lets it go right there. I got a question, John.
Yeah.
We need to establish right now, will the pot size be the largest number that is said there on the screen next to the word pot? But like in that case right there, that bet on the end would actually not count towards the size of the pot normally if it's not matched. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So do you want to do it which way?
I just need to remember how we did it last time.
Well, last time it didn't work out that way. It was just a bet and a call in the end, and so there was no confusion about whether
the money is never actually in the pot.
If you bet and then the other guy just folds, that doesn't actually count towards the pot.
Correct.
So do you want to do it that way,
Yes.
which is the normal way?
Yes, that we need to do it that way.
Okay, guys, so you hear that. The pot is only going to count what the actual pot is of money that has been matched. So if there is a bet...
That is just a standard way to do it.
Yeah, and if there is a bet and then a raise, then the money that's in the pot is how much was bet, and then the matching of that bet, and then the additional raise money does not count towards the pot.
Yeah, that is how pot is calculated.
Tiny says no. He says go by the graphics, which is not actually the pot size.
That's just not what's actually in the pot, though. Like,
yeah,
that's not in the money's not in the pot until it is pulled in by the dealer to put into the pot.
Oh no, this needs to change.
There's no change.
Oh no, that's gonna be controversy. Yeah. I'm glad we did it before at least.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, there's really no other way to do it because like we're going by pot size, and that's not what the pot is.
Sure. Yeah, because there could be $10 out there, and someone just shoves all in for 1,000, and then they get pushed the 10. There was never the 1,000 in the pot.
Yeah, exactly. Like if this guy just open shoves for $1,500, like
yeah,
like that's not the pot size.
Yeah, we're gonna do it that way. It's settled, guys. I'm sorry.
It shouldn't change anyone's guesses anyway because this is a complete gamble anyway.
I mean, I guess we could allow them to re-guess if you want, or just be like, no.
We're not allowing re-guesses.
It's a free roll on a hoodie, guys. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
How much did you even account for that whenever you made your guess?
No one was thinking about that.
So friendly little pot breaking out here. Straddle's on, and we've got multiple limps. And Tricky Fish has that jack 3 off. And he's just going to check. We'll take a flop. First 5-way flop I can remember tonight. Igor, the prize is a beautiful black Poker House hoodie. We do not have the actual hoodie here in the booth, but we do have a hoodie that looks very similar to it. The first edition of what you will be winning, which is the second edition. Pocket Sevens picks up a small pot there, and we inch one step closer to the moment you've all been waiting for.
No one even cares about anything happening right now except for...
No one's here to watch poker.
No one's here to watch poker. They're here to get hoodies. They're here to get free hoodies.
Take that deal. Are you kidding me? Dude, take
that. Don't be so greedy. I know, like, you're rating you eventually. There you go. I'll give you $2. Yeah. Go 20. If I get... Let's do it. I'm literally just a charity workout here.
There's a lot of work out here on my end here to take pictures of all of these chat screens.
They're doing great, dude.
Sorry, I'm not as involved with the commentary, but we only have one more hand of guesses, and then we'll be all done.
Everybody is really thankful and proud of you for taking over that job. It's not easy.
Make sure you guys, Derek says to bet twice for better odds. I know he's probably joking, but make sure you guys do not bet twice, because if you bet twice, as said before in the rules, your guesses will be voided. Or we'll just count the first guess, but don't guess twice.
Go ahead, Derek. See what happens.
Oh
boy. And look, Tricky Fish is living by your words here, as this is... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought he was the raiser. This is Collector. Wow, what a play. He's got the pocket deuces, and he's putting the heat on here.
I'm confused. Did he just raise to $250?
I don't know. It looks like that. It looks like that. Maybe he thinks
the pot
he
is
has
407, so it looks like there's other money in there.
Oh. Oh, and there's Rosie. Oh, the hoodie. Nice. We just got word that the hoodie is over here on the floor. I lied to you. It's not black. It's gray. It's a beaut.
This is a new one?
This is the new one. You're going to love it. You guys are going to love it. We're going to show you here in just a second. Right now, we are watching something go down. It looks like this was a raise. Oh, no, double straddle. Triple straddle? Holy cow, that's why the raise was so big.
Oh,
Triple
wow.
straddle. Collector opens to 250 over that $80 straddle. So we had 2, 5, 10, 20, 40, 80 on this hand.
Wow.
Quadruple
I
straddle.
Think the ace-5 of diamonds is... Man, that's weird. You got to, like, shove.
Yeah. So Collector opens it to 250. Already a pretty bold play. I think I might just fold. And then it is around to the boy. He says, I cannot bear to just fold 9-8 suited. He calls, and now it is Raj. Is he going to defend his
5-4
quadruple straddle?
I mean, he put it out there. So you're just going to let it go? He's getting a price. You couldn't drag that 5-4 offsuit out of my cold, dead hands.
It's 170 to win 600.
He's going to grab some black
20.
Let's see if anyone's got a real hand, is what he's thinking.
Wow. Raj. Does he have it in him? He's all in, boys. He does. He pulls the trigger right here. 2,100 to win over 600. What a move.
I could see it in his eyes. I just know when he's trying to punt his stack off.
I mean, this is an absolute G move. Yeah, it very well might.
It's going to work for sure. Deuces, like, there's no way Collector's calling off $1,700 here.
Yeah. Sick play.
Even though it's only 20 big blinds.
And Raj, what a man. Should we call him in to talk about this one?
Yeah, we're definitely going to need him in the booth for this one. I mean, I feel like he's only doing this to get into the booth.
I have a really bad hand. Like, I shouldn't even be in this spot. But do you have a pair? No. Are you just saying that?
Once again, you know what the best part about these spots is? You can tell yourself, hey, I can watch that shit later. I don't have to wait. I don't have to do it now. I can do it later. You know, wait for the next spot.
And he folds. Nice little speech play right there from Raj.
What is it? Yes, I know. Oh, you're so capped there, Ron. So much cap. What'd you fold? I fold ace 5 of diamonds.
Raj.
So much cap there, Raj.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, like it's like a pair there.
Frankie whipping out the camera. Wow, that's just epic footage right there, dude. Are we going to get Mr. Raj in the booth here?
Well, yes, we are going to get Mr. Raj in the booth here. But we're going to get him in the booth in just 1 second because this is the last hand you guys have to guess. The last hand right here. So make sure, if you haven't guessed yet, get your guess in.
Do you want to hold up the camera for 1 second so we can show them the hoodie one more time?
Sure.
Actually, now they can see the real one, which is this gray.
There you go.
It's a beauty.
There's the hoodie that you guys are
Got a
going
little
for right
sleeve
there.
action here. This is the second gen, you know. I got these nice sleeve action. My black one doesn't have that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, boys. Looking sharp.
All right, let's get back into it. The final hand for the guesses here. It's hand 75 is the hand that we're going to be doing this for, but the end of hand 70 is when you need to have your guesses in. And that's it.
And there it is.
Guesses are done.
Boom. And we're having that finalizing message come in. We're about to crack 250, guys. Come on. Let's go. One more. We got 249 showing right now.
All right.
Give us one more, boys.
There we go.
Is that knock I'm seeing in the booth? You got it. Oh, people still trying to guess, dude.
It's too late. It's too late, guys. Sorry.
That's painful.
I apologize.
Incognito has 70 guesses.
Well, he guessed the same number like every time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Trying to get it seen.
All right. Let's get Raj in
Get
here.
Raj in the booth, boys. Got to hear from him about that big shove right there. 600 in the middle. What a great spot to pick up some, not dead, but possibly light money. Sounds like Raj is on his way. Here we go. He's in the mix, boys. Can you pop on those headphones, sir? And can you pop on that camera for us, Mr. John?
Yes, I can.
Turn that down just a little bit. Mr. Raj, we just saw, I believe that was a quadruple straddle go on right there, and you make probably the craziest play we've seen so far tonight with a huge shove. Now, I think that probably you're thinking, it's not that huge. There was a lot of money in the middle there. Tell us what was going through your head.
What are you talking about?
It was like 620 bucks.
And I shoved for what, like 2K? Something like
Yeah,
that.
A little less, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
about 2K, yeah. What were you thinking?
Well, so I was in the $80 straddle, and when the guy next to me opens, I figure I'm the one that's gonna have to make the decision. Right? So I thought I'm gonna have to call his bets. I was like, I really don't want to see a flop with 4-5 and gamble, so I decided to just shove.
Yeah, and you've also got all that extra money out there from the boy. Did that impact your decision, I'm assuming? Another $200 in there to be
It
won.
made it easier for sure.
Sure.
Yeah. It became like 60-40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, now that, like, since the quadruple straddle is on, everyone should have very, very wide ranges.
Yeah.
So you think maybe you have more fold equity?
Yeah, I mean, if I thought through that spot, I'd get to the same conclusion. But
Yeah.
I
Well, I
wasn't
mean,
thinking.
that's obviously like the instinct there, right? You're thinking, like, this guy's attacking my big straddle, right? And I'm going to go for it.
Man, when I put the 80 out, I was ready to get it in.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get it in with any two.
Nice. I love that. I love that mentality.
I'm happy it worked out.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
wow.
a huge spot, really. It's
Massive.
Yeah, just one. You only have to make one decision, and then you're scooping in 30% of your stack.
You know, I think you need to play with me a little bit more to see if that makes sense. But I'm pretty sure John knows exactly what was happening there.
Yeah.
He wanted to gamble.
He's trying to gamble.
I literally said it. I saw the look in his eyes.
That's funny.
All right. Well, good luck out there.
Man.
Yeah, dude, that was a fun one to
Appreciate
watch.
it. Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Good luck. Johnny boy, switch that camera back. Appreciate it. And appreciate Raj there.
Not much to say.
Yeah, he says,
Just go for it.
Boys, what are you talking to me about all that stuff? I'm here to
Here to gamble.
boys. Here to get this money in and see if I win. I'm here to put some pressure on dudes and make it hard for them to play for $2,000. Oh, yeah. That was a fail by me on the interview there. Sorry, Raj.
So I just realized there's actually a 15-second delay from our voice to their chat. So I'm going to allow the cutoff is from Tiny actually put a cutoff here.
Okay.
And I'm going to allow
Fair.
that to be the cutoff
That's
because
fair.
it's not fair otherwise.
And one more picture. John's going to have like 100 pictures in his phone of you guys' names. All of y'all's screen names.
Bro, I have so many.
What are you going to do with all those?
I'm going to delete them all just like I did last time.
Oh, come on. You better hold on to them.
Look at this.
You never know when you might need this. Just hold on to them for a few years.
That's what will happen if I don't delete them right after the stream.
Dude, we've got the boy with the 7 deuce and Collector with the 7 deuce.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Who wants
a
it
war
more?
of the wills. You don't see this one show up very often. Both players battling. So someone's going to win this bounty right here. It's only the 2 of them left. What a fun spot. And I'm guessing that it's going to be the boy just letting it go right here. But I've been wrong before.
He folded it before.
Is he going to rip? He's going to rip. No.
But he is going to raise.
3 raises. And now.
Does Collector find... No, I mean, surely not for this amount, right?
I mean, it's got like 2x's bet. What's the boy going to do if Collector shoves?
He's committed.
He falls in. Oh, that's agony.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. That is so sick. He blocks 7 deuce.
Dude, we need a meme of Collector's face right there when those cards got flipped over.
All right, here we go.
That was epic.
The hand that we've all been waiting for. We've arrived.
Oh, this is it?
Hand 75. So let's make sure that we're paying attention here to how big the pot is. And just a reminder, the pot is only counting if there is a bet and that bet is called. If there's a bet and everyone folds, that does not count towards the pot size. It is only the money that is directly in there. So what if we have what if it doesn't even go to a flop? It'll just be the last raise. Like if it's a raise and then a 3-bet, it'll be the raise size, and then the 3-bet will subtract the raise size.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that'll be the pot size. That's the only way to do it.
Let's hope that we get some action.
I hope so.
I mean, ideally you have 2 people that are like close. They're fighting for it, you know. But
Yeah, I think we're going to see multiple players in the pot.
I think so.
Raj wants to make an aggressive action.
Well, if he makes an aggressive action, it might actually not go to a flop.
Yep.
So let's be very careful and diligent here.
Yep, so right now the pot would be 70.
Plus 17, which is 87.
Yep. But we are taking
But we
a flop,
are taking a
boys.
flop with the king 3
There we
suited.
go. So all of you that guessed less than 162.
Didn't Raj mention another bad one when he came in here? I wonder if this is the one. Could be massive again.
Oh.
And it's all diamonds, but I don't know how.
Surprising.
Yeah. So check. 237 in the middle here. And the boy's going to take a stab at this, I think. Looks like it.
That's not going to work, I don't think.
And he's getting raised. So
Nice.
237 was it before.
Very creative line
So
by Raj right
237,
here.
so 130. If the boy doesn't call, it's to be 130. Yeah, so 130 plus 237, right? 65 and 65.
Yep. 130 plus 237.
That is 367. Let's see who wins. 367 is the size of the pot. Let's go back here and find anything that is over is disqualified. We have, remember that, 367.
367. Who's it gonna be? We're searching 367.
I'm looking through all my screenshots,
John's
guys.
looking. He's looking.
Ooh, Larry just misses it.
Oh, he went over.
Tiny just misses it. Oh. Oh boy, who's gonna win this?
367. Stainless Bear has subscribed. We love it. Thank you for the subscription. Every time I see one of those, I'll call it out, boys. If you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe button.
Ooh.
We're up over 250 comfortably, guys. Let's keep pushing. Let's go 300.
Oh, Robert's over by $6.
No, Robert.
Oh,
no,
my goodness.
It's pain.
Oh boy. Not many guesses in the 300s. Might have to go back through here. Oh, I think Eric's gonna win it.
Really?
But Eric was out there, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Eric right now is winning, and I don't think anyone is gonna be able to beat him. I mean,
have to go ask him.
it honestly was literally so perfect that I think he's trolling us. Like,
Collector gonna bet and scoop in a small pot.
I'm looking. Wow, everyone guessed over. All right, so let me look up for a backup here in case Eric was trolling, because that is, if he wasn't trolling, that is an insane guess. He guessed 365, and it was 367. So I mean, that is just almost has to be a troll.
He says it's a troll.
Nice. Okay, all right. Let me find the second place then. No one even guessed in the 300s under 367. So let me see here. We have John K with the hit. Guess 285. Is there anything over 285 that's below 367? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. I'm gonna double check though here. Oh, there was a 290, I think. Let me find that. Wow, you guys were a little off here.
We pumped everybody up too much by saying that it was a high number last time. All right, guys, we got some playable hands here.
I'll have the winner for you after this hand is over.
Ricky hates folding those nice looking 8 and 9 of spades, but actually a good decision this time. It's a raise and multiple calls. Raj with the 2 jacks, Sam Clark with the ace king offsuit, the boy in there with the 9-8 offsuit. Raj still with the best hand. There is an overcard to his jacks. Let's see if he can figure out how to get to showdown. He's gonna c-bet here. 1 black chip equals 100 USD. And fold, fold. Thought maybe the ace king would consider floating. Not this time.
I was about to 3-bet. I think I've seen plenty more recreational. Oh my gosh, I was about to squeeze.
I'm just like, someone 3-bets
And it's John K. It's going to be John K. He's going to win it. There was no 290. 285 is the closest to 367 that does not go over. It is John K with the hit. 285. That is your hoodie winner.
Congratulations, John. Can we get one of these things here?
Yeah, hit him with it.
Which one is it? Yeah, let's go, John. Woo!
I was complete guess, by the way.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it first guess. Real proud of you.
Oh, wait. We're getting input that Dabo for Prez said 290, but I can't find it in my records.
Well, can you scroll up on these records, maybe?
It doesn't go that far back.
Gee.
I was taking pictures of all of them. I'm looking for Dabo for Prez here and their guess. I did not see that.
God, that's a little multi-way pot here, boys. This is an open and 4 calls. And it's going to be G flopping the goods. That's an underfull. Unfortunate for him, no one with a king or even a pair. Someone has a king there. That's how you get paid in this game. With the 2 4s against the king, but no luck this time, and scoops a small to medium-sized pot. John's searching frantically. He's doing everything in his power, guys, to get you paid the hoodie you deserve.
I'm not seeing any record of 290 from Dabo for Prez. Not seeing any record of it. Yeah, I can't see anything like that in any of my pictures, and I was very, very diligent with the pictures. That's why I was not chatting for a while. So the winner will stand and confirmed. And Dabo, oh yeah, okay, Dabo for Prez actually in the chat saying he removed it. Give it to John K.
Let's go. Boom.
John
K got a
gets the
hoodie.
There it is.
There he is. It is what it is, whichever way it goes. John, that's a great attitude right there, and that's the attitude of a hoodie winner. That's you, my man.
So we will be in contact with you. I don't know how we want to do this. We will have to talk with Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie will do that.
Eddie, if you are in the chat, can you please interact with John K on how he is going to receive his hoodie?
Who likes free stuff? Swag. Do you remember the Office episode?
I don't watch The Office. Seems like we have very different tastes in media consumption.
Yeah. I mean, anyone who doesn't watch The Office doesn't have the same taste as me. I'll say that. The Office is probably the most legendary TV show in history. What could be better? Chat, give us like maybe your favorite show. I would actually at some point enjoy finding a show to watch some of. It's not going to happen this moment, but tell us your favorite TV show. Maybe I'll pick one to get involved in. Where's The Office fall on your list? It's got to be a top 5 for everyone, right?
I mean, I know it's one of the most impactful TV shows.
Yeah.
I'm just never really watched it. I mean, I know I've seen it like on in the background.
Sure. I mean, I have a lot of shows that are like that for me, like Seinfeld or something, Friends, that I haven't really gone through in order and don't know the characters that intimately.
Shaun White, Sopranos, bar none.
Okay. That's one I haven't been in into either. Office number 1, Rick and Morty number 2.
Well, Rick and Morty is a
Dabo for
classic.
Prez. Honestly, dude, you deserve the hoodie now that I see that response. That's a hoodie answer.
Archer is
right
also
there.
a really good show. I watched it, but it's not nearly as impactful as those other two. But Archer is actually
It's an animated show?
yeah. That's a how do I put it? What do you call it? A dark horse pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it advertised. I've never watched even a moment of it.
It's pretty funny.
Fantasy Island. Not even familiar with that. Office is GOAT. That's right, Dabo. He gets it.
Battle of two suited connectors over here back into the action as we got a little distracted there by the giveaway, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. Got about an hour left of our stream tonight.
Oh, yeah. And we got a raise, a 3-bet, and a defend here. I love Sam Clark choosing to 3-bet this hand right here instead of flat. U1 versus U3. You get to represent a lot of strength.
And it's hearts for Sam here. And a pair for collector.
Yeah, it's an interesting spot.
And it's one of these spots where you typically see the draw gets to win if it's an aggressive player. Because this is a marginal made hand, and it's very hard to hold on across 3 streets without improving. But he makes it through 1 street. On to the second one. Could pick up a flush draw. And instead, Sam makes the best hand.
Do you ever check back here?
Never.
Always bet any flush.
Not well. I might check back some, but not the 5 high flush. I would be more likely to check back my like Queen Jack of Hearts here that block other big flushes and also don't need as much protection.
Got some more suggestions here for TV shows, all well known. Got Cheers, Seinfeld, Friends, all classics, of course. MASH, that is one that my mother enjoyed watching. And
My dad is obsessed with MASH.
yeah, when I hear that, it makes me think of probably my favorite older classic show like that, the Andy Griffith Show. Kind of a classic. Simpsons.
Mike coming in with the great pick, Shameless.
Haven't seen that. Haven't even heard of it. Frasier, that's a good one. I've enjoyed watching Frasier.
Shameless is a great show. Full of absolute debauchery.
Your kind of thing.
Don't show anyone under 17 that show.
Oh boy. I would say my guilty pleasure show like that is Entourage.
Entourage. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
That was really big when I was in school.
Igor going to daytime television.
Breaking Bad. Okay.
Breaking Bad is the best show of all time.
I don't know about that. Days of Our Lives.
That's what I mean. The daytime sitcoms, whatever they are called.
Dabo says Dwight is his favorite character, and that's on his favorite show, so I'm guessing that's his favorite
Character ever.
Yeah. Who would you say is your favorite fictional character of all time? Oh, before we do that, though, we're back to this action as it just goes. Rosie open and Raj just says, all of it. Shoves 3,000 over 35.
Like, this works sometimes. I'm telling you. Like, I saw Raj do this the other day, last night.
Yeah. I mean, he just did it with the 5-4 offsuit and showed it, so. And now Rosie has, like, kind of that perfect in-between hand of, like, wait, do I need to call him with this?
Yeah, like... like, this, like, Raj knows at least, you know, that he's aware of his image.
You know that trick when someone sits down at the table, like right when they get there, they just rip their sack?
Takes their backpack. I've never seen that before.
Never? Like they just rip their sack as soon as they sit down. Because they have like kings or something.
You can table your hands. I just remember what he had.
I think you're folding.
Uh-oh, Rosie says he's thinking about doing it.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's in there. No, no.
What do you want to do?
One time. How big is it, Ron?
Yeah,
Oh,
just the
no.
fact he can have 7 deuce here does make it so interesting.
There's chop outs.
Yeah, Rosie needs a 6 or a 3.
Oh, that's a really bad turn card for him.
Oh, and he gets the chop.
Chop.
You're such a bitch.
I called him a fish.
And I put a flush on.
Wait, Drew, you owe me 30, by the way.
Oh, he's disgusted.
He says you're such a fish to Rosie.
All the right places.
Oh my gosh, dude, that is savage.
All night for that spot.
He said it. He did everything for that spot.
Yeah, he did. He did everything to get that spot, and he got one of the tighter players at the table to call him off light for his whole stack.
You still have life. You still have life. Because it looks can't win them all.
What a play by Raj! You gotta love that. I wonder if that had already happened whenever we called him in. Has it been too long?
I think there's some like.
Probably yes.
I'm trying to hear what the table chat is saying. It seems like there was some tension there.
Wow. Maybe Rosie backpedaling a little bit. Never fun to.
Well, I mean, Raj said he was a fish, and I just heard him say, "I've made all the right plays tonight."
Oh, look at Rosie feeling it. Normally so jovial, looking a little bit frustrated about that one. That was a stinger.
I mean, he should be very happy right now.
Sure. I mean, the pride. Hey, Mr. Collector wakes up with the A.
That was a really, like, Raj literally has been working his image up for that moment that he can do something like that. He does that all the time. The really tough spot is you have to know when is he working the image up and when is he trying to capitalize on
For
it.
sure. And that's easier for us here on the backside, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
That is the puzzle to piece together. And every now and then you're going to guess wrong.
Yeah.
It's part of the game.
And it's expensive, especially when you're sitting deep.
No doubt. Tara says The Bachelor, Bachelorette. That's funny. Best show of all time category, The Bachelor.
Damn, a lot of guesses going on.
Yeah,
We
there
got
are.
the chat is,
They love in the TV show.
yeah, they love TV
Weeds,
shows.
Billions. I haven't seen Billions. I've seen a little bit of Weeds.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Weeds. I think I watched like
Better
5
Call
seasons
Saul.
of Weeds.
I sit down and Knox like, I like flat.
They're talking about me.
Knox said, hey guys, watch out, this dude's tricky. You know, be careful.
Yeah, I want to do that, Raj. I say after the hand.
Yes.
That would piss me off. Raj, I say that shit after.
He's referring to a time where I walked in, saw him sitting at the table, and told the table that you should watch out because he's tricky. Yeah, I did do that.
Davo says Blackbird, Doctor Who. Oh boy. And let's get back here as this goes check and the boy takes a stab at it.
Big stab.
Yeah, huge here as the table talk swirls around these guys. Now the collector, kind of a tough spot. The boy representing a hand stronger than his aces. He's not going anywhere right now, but he's going to, I'm assuming, just check again on the river. And if he faces a shove, it's going to be real tough. Oh. Yeah, he calls. Cool. Thought maybe he said all in. And we've got a call. And he's got 725 back. So, yeah, I lied. This is not going to be a tough spot. He's probably happy to put it in. Oh, yeah, especially that card.
That's what a river.
Yeah. And he checks immediately, and the boy has 5 high and a dream.
And he's did not stab the turn to give up river. But you have to ask yourself, if you're bluffing with 5-3 here, could it be possible you're over bluffing?
I mean, depends on how you categorize them, I guess, because some people like to say the first hand I want to bluff with
Gives it
is
up.
the worst hand. And he says, yeah, glad I didn't just give you that extra $700.
Yeah.
I don't think you're folding that one, bud. And there's your updated chip counts. No one over 3K tonight, guys. We've had some nice pots, but it's kind of been money back and forth. And, of course, when you're playing a 3 or 4 hour session, it's hard to win more than 300 or 400 big blinds. Married with Children, Al Bundy. What did you say yours was, Sean?
My favorite TV show?
Yep.
Breaking Bad.
Okay. Yeah. I watched all of that one.
I've watched all of it 4 times.
Wow.
I went through a cycle of watching. I might have to get back on that cycle, actually. Went through a cycle of watching it, the whole thing, all 5 seasons, and then going like a year or something like that, and then I'll rewatch the whole thing. But it's been like 4 years since I've rewatched it, so it might be time to give it its 5th spin.
Nice. I do that with reading the whole Harry Potter series every few years. Although the older you get, the more it's like, how much of a loop do I want to spend on that?
Yeah, I mean that's a big time commitment.
Yeah, when
like
I'm in my
I'm talking
20s,
about,
it was way more reasonable.
I'm talking about throwing Breaking Bad on when I'm going to sleep, and if I fall asleep, it's like whatever, you know.
I mean, I'm listening to it on audiobook a lot too, if that helps, but whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah. I used to own a landscaping business, so I'd...
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, guys, and only one pair here. Oh no, Sam Clark's also got a
as an earthquake.
4 there.
As an earthquake strikes Poker House Dallas.
Yeah. check, bet, call.
Looked like that Ace King versus Ace Queen hand lifted Rosie out of his seat for a while.
Yeah, had to breathe after that one.
After getting called a fish, you know.
It's been up over 200 viewers for a while, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Another sizable pot right here, brewing. 300 in the middle.
And the boy's not, you know, he's not scared.
No, he's not.
He's going to get raised.
Yeah. That's interesting. I thought G might just call there with the 10 kicker and...
hit him with the min raise.
Yeah. The boy not happy to do that. And dude, we are up to 141 likes. Let's go, guys. Come on. That's huge. I think we have a chance to break the most we've ever gotten. What did I say it was last time?
You said it was like 160 something?
Yeah, I thought so too.
Hit that like button, guys. We're going to be with you for about another hour. Maybe a little less.
Yeah, 162 and 4K views. I feel like we're going to get right up in that realm tonight. Where are we at? 142 right now? We only need 20 more.
Tons of likes.
Tons of likes. Give us the new PR. Man, I honestly can't even stand myself whenever I'm begging people to like my stuff. Click, please, guys, click the like button. I never thought I'd be that guy.
No. It'll make my day.
I can't look at you. Dexter needs some more love. Gilligan's Island, nice. That's a good one.
I feel like I don't watch very much TV overall.
What if we went like super indulgent? Like, there's been some epic moments on Jerry Springer.
I've never seen
Maury, Judge Judy. Those are classics. The Muppet Show.
I have watched Judge Judy.
Sesame Street.
Oh, come on. What are we doing here?
I mean, just in the realm of shows, it's like,
What are we doing here?
how about SpongeBob?
I mean, that's the greatest show of all time.
It's in the.
I mean, come on. It's got to be, right? I mean, there's no show that's more iconic than SpongeBob, I don't think.
Oh, boy.
Everyone knows what SpongeBob is.
Poor Raj is going to see the boy open here, which is probably going to force him into 3-betting and then scare everybody else off. And the boy's only got Queen 9 offsuit.
Yeah, this is just a brutal spot.
Oh.
Oh, never mind.
No, Frankster is going to get himself in trouble.
Frankie. This is what happens when action players.
Dude, yes, dude. Raj is about to earn himself another swing at that reputation, paying off big time. He's got the 2 kings, the 3-bet. Frankster now going to be 4-betting, I'm assuming, something in the 330, 350 range. And then Raj probably coming back up over the top, and Frankie going to be in a pickle of a spot. Is there ever a time we see Raj just slow play this? Knock, what do you think?
Yes. Sometimes, for sure. How big is Frankie going to go here? Hits him with the speech play. 375 is the price of poker.
Yeah. And it's funny, whenever you can see the cards, you can kind of see ties to like how he's acting, like actually representing the strength of his hand.
I do actually need to study this because I play with Raj quite a bit.
Yeah, right? Because if you're not able to see those cards, then it's kind of hard to tell what it means.
But to be fair, he also does this when he has nothing.
I know, but there could be like little
nuances.
Yeah, exactly, that are not balanced.
I love being able to hit somebody with that, but that's not true.
Yeah.
He doesn't have Raj covered, at least by the graphics.
There it is.
5-bet. And Frankie's going to get away from this one. Probably. We don't know.
Yeah. Frankie not happy to see that.
I have seen Raj pull up the 5-bet with not just good hands.
Frankie gives a little smile, lets it go. I like how he played it, and I like how he reacted right there.
Yeah.
Good timing. He knew what he was going to do. Didn't waste everybody's time. Thought for a second. Gave a little smile. All right, Raj. Slide it in.
Yeah, Raj is I think Raj is likely to be a regular on this stream.
Nice. Yeah, he seems like a great character to have, and I love those players that, like, you could tell when he came in here, he's like, come on, why are you hitting me with all that jargon and stuff? But you can also tell that he knows how to use his image to set up that big spot where he's trying to get paid. I love when people think about poker that way. I feel like it's so pure.
Yeah, it's true. He's fearless. Well, I actually hopped in the game after last week's stream, and Raj tried to run a bluff on me with 5 high, 5 deuce suited. Unfortunately for him, I had the overpairs with the flush draw, and I was not going to fold my ladies, so he did lose his stack to me. But
oh, gee,
I probably would have folded a lot of hands there. Just had the goods.
And now we got the boy opening up, and Raj is switching gears again. He's got the 9-8 suited, 3-bet. Here we go. And we're going to play a pot. The boy just going to call. Might be a little bit skittish after all of this back and forth. Raj kind of just punishing these guys in position right now. The boy outflops him this time. And Raj going to get himself in some trouble.
Unless the boy raises, he won't be in much trouble then. Which is a perfectly reasonable thing to do with a hand this strong against Raj. But honestly, sometimes I find myself trying to keep the pot smaller against Raj because
yeah,
he's liable to do anything. So unless I, yeah, sometimes it's easier to
I'm prepared to play for it.
Yeah, it's easier to manage by just pot controlling against Raj. You gotta always think of the best way to play against each individual person. He's blasting. He's feeling himself now.
He is, and I don't blame him, honestly. This board favors him. I do think the boy's going to have a lot of light floats on the flop. Mostly the pairs that are smaller than an ace. But he might even occasionally, for $60, just float with, like a king-queen suited or something like that. Mm-hmm. And Raj's going to make him pay. Here's
the thing, right? When you're in the boy spot, I've been in this spot facing just barrels from Raj. And what it really comes down to is, am I going to call this river bet no matter how big it is? Because Raj is liable to just rip it for 2x pot. And am I going to call him?
Is he going to go for it here? What do you think?
I mean, if he ships it for 2x pot, it probably would work. The boy looks like he's going to put out a little blockerish bet, and Raj is not interested in bluffing this one.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't mind the little blocker bet from the boy there if you're willing to play for it all.
If you induce the raise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
But it's just a tough spot where it's just like Raj has shown on multiple occasions that at any moment the stack will go in, even if it doesn't even fit in the pot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I prefer giving him the chance to continue betting, but
Yeah. It's fair. You're more likely to get a bet out of him.
and just seeing how wide he's actually betting right there,
Yeah.
and that means that there's a lot of hands that are just going to snap fold. Maybe he will occasionally. It will induce a bluff raise, like you said, but I wouldn't expect that to be like his default play.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting, though. Got a bunch of contributions over here. We got Hitchcock. We've got Who's the Boss. Got The Simpsons again. Dallas. Sponge
Twilight
is-
Zone. No, Dallas is the answer to a different question.
Dallas is a TV show.
No, but they were. I think that he was answering Skinny Mane asking where the stream is located.
Monty Python, also a classic. The Love Boat. My mom used to like watching Gomer Pyle. Have you seen that one?
I've never heard of that one. I've heard of most of these.
Barney something. Here we got Frankie opening up on the button. Tricky Fish 3-bets the small blind. And Frankie just lets it go. I think I like that. You could choose to get a little spicy and defend, but whatever. I think either option is fine. Rick and Morty getting some more love. Rick and Morty does shoot right up that list. I mean, it's like a dark horse pick for top 10 of all time for sure.
I mean, it actually might be top 5 of all time.
It's pretty sick. There's not really anything that,
There's nothing like it.
not to that degree. I mean, that show feels like, compared to like other shows, like let's say Family Guy or something, like how much additional effort has to go into the writing and the animation and stuff. It's just insane.
I mean, who would write something like that?
It's like
I feel like
very,
the
very
writers have to
impressive.
be on some sort of substance.
Yeah, right. I'm sure they have been at some point.
Yeah, with those ideas.
And probably while they're brainstorming, they are sometimes too.
Yeah, I mean, and probably while they're animating it, they all are. Like,
All right, and we've got G opening it up with some straddles on here. It's going to be Rosie 3-betting him, going for the little ISO. He is out of position, but still decides ISO is worth it. G says it's a big donation if he does it. Guys, we're up to 9:30. We got about 30 minutes left with y'all.
gotta finish strong.
Oh,
Still up over 200 viewers. Appreciate you guys spending your Sunday night with us.
Igor giving us the real guilty pleasure there.
Oh no, don't even say it.
South Park.
Don't even say it.
South Park, maybe a top 10.
Yeah, South Park is a top 10 for sure.
Mork and Mindy, that's a
Never heard of
old
that one.
school. That was a Robin Williams.
Really? R.I.P. Robin
That's where he
Williams.
got his break. Yeah.
R.I.P. Robin Williams.
James loves some Gomer Pyle.
You know what my favorite Robin Williams movie is?
Hmm.
I forgot the name of it. What's the one where he's the therapist and he's talking to that guy who Matt Damon I think is in it.
Say it again.
He's like a therapist.
Oh yeah.
What's the movie called? I
Good Will
forgot.
Hunting.
Good Will Hunting. That's my favorite Robin Williams movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I might watch that tonight.
Yeah,
Again.
it's a
good
classic.
one.
That's a classic right there, bud.
Yeah, that one makes me feel good when I watch it. It's a good movie.
Got a couple of classic game shows I really liked watching too. You ever seen Match Game?
No. But I was a huge Jeopardy watcher when I was a
Ooh.
kid.
That never quite did it for me.
I watched a ton of Jeopardy.
You know what was my favorite show when I was a kid? You probably haven't heard of it, but I bet we got some love for it in the chat. Is Legends of the Hidden Temple. You ever heard of that?
No, what?
You haven't?
No. I haven't even heard of
Why would you say what if you don't even know what it is?
it. Because I don't know what it is.
It was a kids' game show where they had to first tune back in and watch G play these 2 aces. Let's see if Rosie's in there with a 3-bet or a call. He's 3-betting. It's about to get ugly, boys, as he's getting a 4-bet right in his face. Hiya! And boom. And Rosie snap folds unhappily. Okay, Legends of the Hidden Temple, dude. This
I
was
just looked it up. The final episode was 2 years before I was born.
Yeah. That was like a cream of the crop when I was a kid, dude.
Oh, wow.
Love that show.
You're an old man.
Yeah.
You're watching a show that ended 2 years before I was born.
Yeah. And the kids were like on teams, and the teams, it was like a color and then an animal, like the silver snakes or the purple parrots. And they all wore the T-shirts with the logo of that animal on it. So it was like real easy to conceptualize what the teams were. Mm-hmm. And then they would do like a series of, some of them were physical challenges and some of them were mental challenges. And then at the end, they had to race through this huge obstacle course that was set up like a temple and find like artifacts from different historical stories that they had taught you during the lesson or during the episode. So like the episode would be about like King Tut's tomb in Egypt, for example. And then they would have the temple set up, and you'd have to run in there and like find his headdress or whatever, and do it in a certain time. It was an epic show.
Yeah, that sounds really fun, like if you were a kid. I think that they did a show very similar to that, like a remake, because it all sounds very familiar, but I definitely didn't see the show. So I would say they made like a remake, like Nickelodeon probably scammed it.
Yeah.
And did some,
I've never seen like an actual remake of it, although I think I've heard speculation about one, but I'm sure they've had other things that are kind of similar. But this was very, very special to my heart. You should watch an episode sometime. We're just in a minute of one. See what it's like. And we're back here with some more crazy action. The straddles just make it so wild. We've got an open. We got a 3-bet from the boy on the button, and then we almost had another cold 4-bet from Raj there. He's got the King Jack. He passes on it. The boy also has King Jack here, and Rosie's got the best hand, but not even going to make it to the flop. Aggression in position. Win the day, and I like the play from Rosie. I like the raise, and I like the fold.
I was thinking that Rosie was going to choose that time to put in that good old 4-bet, considering how things have been going. But considering how things have been going, that's even a better fold.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm with you. I'm on all of that. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
You just sometimes might feel that pressure to like make this a session-defining moment to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Because it feels like everybody's been playing back at you, but instead he said, I'm going to wait for a better spot.
I wish I had that discipline.
And the boy right back in there. It feels like he's had a lot of playable hands here lately. He's in the mix every single hand, it feels like. Here he opens the ace-queen. Just gets defended by the straddle. That's the jack-9 offsuit. That's Sam Clark. We haven't seen him in there much in the last few orbits.
Yeah.
And here he's playing this one real slow with a pair and a gutter. And he does allow the boy to turn an ace. Calls for 25, and we'll take a river here. It's a brick, and the boy's hand's going to be good. Can he squeeze even another ounce of value out of this?
It's going to be tough.
Nope. And Sam is out of there. There's your stack sizes, guys.
Christopher Carey saying, would be nice to see some post-flop play. Everyone is 3-bet happy.
Yeah.
Way too many 3-bets.
This is a very...
So, I mean, I think it really depends on what you watch streams for. I think it's different for everybody. I mean, some people want to see really, like, crazy raises pre-flop and making plays, and other people want to see people make some hands. It's all different. I think it's all subjective, what you come to watch the stream for. How do you feel about it?
What do you prefer to see, John?
I prefer to see the crazy plays. I prefer seeing 3 and 4 bets and 5 bets and
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
How about Jello getting involved for the first time in a while, and he just goes to 75. I'm assuming that's over a 20. I like that big sizing. He's got the 7 deuce off. It's not going to get through Raj here.
I actually think that is just a straight raise to 75 because the pot says $82.
Huh.
So I think he just opened to $75.
Wow.
And Raj is going to think that's probably pretty obvious what's going on here, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
We haven't seen Jello do that yet tonight.
He just flats, so it does earn Jello a chance to outflop him, but that's going to be tough. Probably more likely needs to get like a really good board to bet multiple streets and get Raj to fold.
Oh.
Oopsie.
Uh-oh. How far is Jello going to take this?
Yeah, he's got a great board for c-betting. He's got a pair.
God forbid he turns a 7 or a deuce and it's all over for him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got 5 outs to get stacked.
Oh, he's getting raised right away.
That might save him,
It might save him.
but
I don't know if it'll save him, though.
yeah. I bet he still thinks he's got the best handle at. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, I thought it was a 3. I mean, a deuce.
Yeah.
Wow, checks it back. Oh, and he hits quads.
Holy cow.
He's going to get, I think he might get another street of value on the river here. Jello, I expect Jello to be pretty suspicious given this line.
Yeah. I do too. How much is he going to bet? If he polarizes right here, he might get Jello to pay off a pretty big bet because he also would win those bounties when he's right.
All the draws missed.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, Jello. This might be ugly.
Oh. You might go big here.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect spot to go big here.
Oh, no.
Here go the black chips. Oh, $1,000. 2x pot.
That's gnarly. Jello's like, he wants to make a hero call.
What is Rosie praying for?
Look at Rosie next door. That's hilarious.
I think there's some beef going on here between Rosie and Raj.
Jello's a little speech play. I mean, I'm going to be impressed if he folds, honestly. I feel like this is a spot. It makes a lot of sense to call, and if he finds the fold, then it's like a really nice read.
I mean, the 2x pot.
I know, but you've seen Raj make these plays, and you got that extra bounty money out there. You're blocking the hands he might do this with.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what a spot, dude.
Rosie is literally sitting there praying for Raj to lose. I know he's just trying to be nice.
Oh, great fold, Jello. Wow. That is a really great fold.
And Raj didn't show the quad. Oh, no, he's going to show him.
Wow, does not show them.
them.
Do what I do and make the wrong play.
Says he had quads.
How do you know it's the wrong play? I might have had the
Discipline to not show right there.
I don't think I've ever not shown quads in my life.
Yeah, I feel like showing would not go and flow with his game plan in that moment. And then
he was thinking about it. He was holding it.
It's so tempting. But he's like, nah, I don't want him to know
That's
right now.
actually more impressive than... That's actually might be the most impressive thing I've seen from Raj tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. That was
is to
extremely
not show the
impressive.
quads because he knows.
Yeah.
Like he literally said right afterwards, I had quads, but it's better to tell them he had quads Because then everyone's like, yeah, you have quads.
No doubt.
Like,
Yeah, that's next level right there. I'm very, very impressed by that speech play, and I've been very impressed by some of the maneuvering that he's done here. I honestly feel like if I was in that spot right there as Jello, I would have paid him off. I think he would have got me on that one.
he said good check on the turn.
Yeah.
You folded aces there? That's crazy.
No way you had aces.
So, like, I don't even think you had a king.
I'll take a side bet that you didn't have aces.
I wish you had a king.
I mean, if you're Jello, you'd actually much rather have 7 deuce than a king.
Yeah.
Raj doesn't have a king.
Not
And when
with
we have a
2x
7,
pot, yeah.
we
But
block.
Raj might have a king with 2x pot.
I mean, maybe, but
Like-
it's not that likely he has a king. I think it's, it's obviously he's representing a polar bet. It'd be like a whole nother level to have a king, but we block the more likely sets, and then also have that extra $200 in the pot that's not in there when you have a king. Excuse me.
It's actually crazy. I'm actually not a fan of the 7 deuce game. I think there's much better ways to drive action. But I mean,
It's a changed man.
yeah, I'm a change man.
This guy is a changed man. And I'm about to go double check on our... Oh, we're at 152, guys. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you just beg them. Just get on your knees and beg them. I'll turn the camera
I
on.
don't want to beg. Oh, I can't do it. Not on my knees. I'm not going to do it that far. But I will say, guys, we are only like 15 likes away from our record. Little PR squad.
This is the problem with playing against players like Raj, and I've found myself struggling with it at times as well, because when he does things like that, I've seen him do it with absolutely nothing. I've seen him do it with draws. Oh! He just said you can't fold aces because I could be
Oh, no! What is happening?
My
Oh, guys, it's about to get
my
so ugly.
What? What is this setup?
And Sam's got 7 deuce and just snap calls 200.
What?
Oh my gosh, dude. This is going to get insane right here. Holy cow, guys.
No.
This is going to be one of the craziest hands we've ever seen on Savage Sunday. Everyone strap in right. Oh! Jello just folds. What a fold. Barely thinks about it.
Jello just folding the jacks.
What a fold, dude. With confidence. Thanks for 10 seconds, maybe less.
I don't think Rosie.
Tosses them in the muck. Let's go,
I think
Jello.
Rosie is going to be putting a stack in here.
Rosie's going to get stacked. Jello is going to lose $20 with his 2 jacks.
It looks like he is 5-betting to a small size.
Heartbreaking for Rosie because...
I think the reason why he's doing this is because he thinks Raj is so full of it that he might have hands that... Wow, he might have like hands that he wants to just like... that he can get to call the 5-bet and then stack off.
Yeah.
Well, now...
Yesterday was my day.
Some speech play for you guys.
I mean, if Rosie folded this, it would be insane.
Insane.
Like,
No
literally
way.
insane.
No
I mean,
way.
this is why I prefer kind of just shoving yourself, because now you're facing a 6-bet jam. But, like...
Does he get to like 6-bet? That's what they say. Like it's usually.
But he put in over a third of his stack already.
Hey, Jonathan. Oh my God, bro.
Oh, I'll say this. Y'all are really good poker players.
You gotta love it. Hits him with a little needle in the tank. But the fact Rosie's thinking about it just shows how disciplined he is. I mean, this is the guy who's been stringing you along, setting you up to get stacked all night, and you still have a chance to get away from queens. Next level. Above the rim tank right here. I think I would have snapped been in there.
I mean, I would have snapped 5-bet ripped.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, me too. Wow. He calls it a cooler. He says, good choice. Call it a cooler. Good choice. One time. They're ripping it, boys. He shows the AA.
Oh my god. No.
And he needs a queen and only a queen. No queen.
This guy's running like God, bro.
Oh, Rosie.
That's agony.
And look at Raj. The stack has launched itself up above its peers. Excuse me.
That is.
And he is raking in all those chippies. Oh, Rosie, that's pain.
I don't even want to pretend to remember what I was talking about before those hands popped up on the screen.
Oh, no. Ronald, I do not think that Rosie's scared of losing that $1,000 in the slightest. I know him personally, and I think he's just trying to make the right play. And just realizing that a six bet all in from any player after you've already put in 1/3 of your stack, and it looks like you're never going to fold. Like, that's just really strong. Even if the player is
Even if
capable.
the player is crazy.
Yeah, capable of being crazy.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about Raj actually, and how it's so difficult. I found myself having a problem playing against him lately because he's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
That like I'll be thinking like, oh, I wonder if he's doing this when he's bluffing, or I wonder if he's doing this when he has value. But then he'll just do it when he just has like top pair and he's betting 2x pot.
Sure.
When I'm thinking like, oh, this is a polarizing bet, he's just like, I don't know if he's thinking, oh, he won't think that I'll have this hand because I'm betting the size. I don't know if he's on that level, or if he's just like, I'm just gonna bet big.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's impossible to know.
Sure.
So it's a lot of times like your logic just has to go out the window, and you just gotta kind of like, it almost like he lowers you to a level where you can't use any of your study. I mean, not like that, you know what I mean? But like, kind of like where it takes you to a level where you have to just forget some stuff and be like,
You're gunslinging.
yeah, you have to, that's the right word for it.
Old school, just like total exploit, outplay your opponent.
Exactly.
He's taking you to the streets.
It can come down to that sometimes, and it's a genius way to play if you haven't studied the like those types of things as well, which Raj openly says. You know, why are you talking to me with all that jargon, essentially?
Everyone's saying lucky. I feel like he set up those images for himself and is now reaping the rewards of it. Nice plays. More than luck. Feels like he's a really good character to have as a recurring player on the stream.
I think so too.
Him, the boy, Tricky Fish, these are all nice battle-minded guys who...
They love to battle.
Yeah.
You didn't double strap?
Oh, dude, we're at 163. We're only 5 likes away. I think we're going to make it. Come on, guys. We got 15 minutes. If you have not clicked the like button, please go.
Should I be calling Rosie in?
PR.
I did say I was going to be savage.
Ooh.
I think I have to do it. I have to stay true.
What are you going to say, though? It's like a cooler.
I know it's a cooler, but it has meta behind it.
That's up to you. If you got questions for him, ask him.
Oh.
I'm going to...
Tough spot.
I'm going to give a like from another account just to get us there.
Oh, you can't do it.
What? You're not allowed to do a double like?
No. Can't do it. They can do it, but you
It
can't.
already happened, dude. 165.
Oh.
We're at 165. We need 3. We need 3.
We need 4.
3. The dream is alive, boys.
We need 4.
4. We need 4. Raj over here coloring up these beautiful chips. Always a good time of the night when you need to color up. Is there a better feeling, John?
Of course it is.
Not defending his straddle. Do you think that matters to me? I'm coming for all y'all.
Skinny Main saying, nice to see a Sunday stream. No doubt, dude. We're here every Sunday. Garrett wanting the update. I got you, Garrett. I got you. Let me check for you right here, boys. We won 70. Boom. New PR. Let's go. Thank you,
what was
guys.
the PR before?
168.
Oh,
just
we beat it
cracked
by
170. No, we're beating it by 2.
We beat it by 100 by 1 authentic vote.
And we still got a little bit of time. I'm sure we'll get a couple more.
Yeah, but we beat it. We beat it anyway.
We beat it, boys. That is
Fairly.
that is nice. New record. New record. Anyone ever play Diddy Kong Racing?
Yes.
Did you? Do you recognize that sound?
Wait, no, I didn't. But I do recognize
played-
that sound.
You played Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Yeah, Diddy Kong Racing. That little clock, TT the clock.
New record.
Time you. New record.
New record. Why do they say it? Record.
I don't know. I just have a very strong memory of playing that game.
Core memory.
Core memory. Yep. I really enjoyed that game as a kid. Love hitting the PR. Love that you guys are hyped for it. I feel like all of us kind of have a vested interest in the growth of the stream when you're one of the OGs. You know, so having you guys around right now and seeing it grow and helping it grow, it's a lot of fun for us and hopefully a lot of fun for you. What? Where's the broadcast from?
No, Combo Breaker. Is that from the same game?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I thought it was another.
Maybe that's from his favorite game. Seems like a Mortal Kombat thing or something.
John K., the broadcast is from Dallas, Texas. I hope that someone has been in touch with you to get your hoodie. Let me check on that for you real quick before we finish up the stream here.
Cool. Guys, we got about another 10 or 15 minutes, I believe. See how they're doing out there. Hopefully John will check in on that for us and give you guys an update on how much longer we're going. As John mentioned earlier, we see Frankie holding that nice camera right there. Haven't seen him using that one before. I'm wondering if that's a upgrade to the next gen content that we're going to be seeing. James, this stream goes off almost every night of the week. We, for Savage Sunday, are here from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. every Sunday, except for over the last couple of months, the boys have done a couple of meetup tournament games, which has been an enormous success. And those went on Sundays, and then the boys themselves, Frankie, Rosie, and Jello, did the commentary for the final tables. But typically, we are streaming every Sunday.
Tricky will put the 40, we'll go around. I know Jack will just...
Thoughts about streaming a specific number of hands instead of a specific time frame? I could definitely see that as viable for the marketing. I think anything you can do to create kind of a narrative, some kind of storyline that keeps people's attention and gives them a reason to stick around for the entirety could work. But I also think that it works fine either way. I don't think it makes a big difference. I mean, I think we'd be basically trying to pick a number of hands that would go for about the same amount of time as 4 hours, so.
Making like 5,000. Let's check. Uh-oh. The first single raise pot.
Are you guys playing after or no?
Maybe. I'll play for a little bit.
Yeah. No.
Bedtime, we can get
Bedtime.
I want to stay.
It looks like we're just going to be finishing up with a few more hands here. The game
Wrong suit.
has broken, so we should have probably 2 or 3 more hands for you guys here tonight.
By the 4 hearts.
Played pretty quickly tonight. They got over 102 hands in.
Got it.
Sure. And to answer that question, maybe playing like 100 hands is the
Take that yellow bird dodge.
move.
Are you done? Oh, you want shit? No, I'm sat here.
100 hands with no limit hold'em. Does that captivate your attention as much as 4 hours? of no limit hold'em.
If I bet 1,000, I can play black instead. Game ready?
Don't take my apple. Or is anybody playing for real?
Yeah, we'll play short round.
I gotta get some more.
And Raj wants to keep playing. Looks like Rosie's had enough, dude. He just
Locked him out, right?
just getting out of here quick.
Oh, I guess the game is over now then.
And that's it, boys?
It looks like it's going to be it.
That's it, boys. And that makes sense. It's 10:02. We are right on time here. And you see everyone collecting their phones there. That should make you guys confident that everything's on the up and up here. Those players are not allowed to have their phones on them while we're playing. They collect them, and then they rack up those chips. And that's going to be it, guys. Our big winner for the night is Raj. Fun to watch. Gives a ton of action. We saw him sort of set up that table image and then later on in the night be able to take advantage of it. Got some action for those hands. Although I will say it could have been a lot worse, and I feel like there were still several good folds where they kind of sniffed out that he had it that time. And yeah, Rosie gets stacked with the 2 queens at the end, which feels kind of inevitable to me in that spot. Not much he could do there, and that ends up being a huge pot of the night. Frankie wins our other big pot of the night and a big double up.
And just to finish up with the hoodie giveaway, John K., if you could follow Poker House Dallas on Instagram and send that account a message, we will get your hoodie shipped to you wherever you are. And congratulations on winning that hoodie giveaway.
No doubt. Maybe we should wait just a second for John to hit us back here and confirm that he can do that.
Yeah, if you could just confirm with that.
Also, you have the option to just swing by Poker House and pick it up at any point. And guys, you see these guys wrapping it up, and I think that's it for our cards, and that's going to be it for us here on the stream. John, I enjoyed being back in the booth.
Yeah, it was nice to have you back.
I believe that I might be out next week as well.
Oh, you're leaving me around here, huh?
I was last weekend. I was at the pro tour for the disc golf stop, and they're still here in Texas next week. So I was gonna go on Sunday and watch the last day of that tournament as well. And then after that, I would expect to be back here every week.
Awesome, John K. Congratulations again.
Boom, perfect timing, and that allows us to wrap it up here in the booth.
Yep.
Do you want to put on the camera here for a second so
Sure.
we can close them out and send them to bed? There we are, guys. And again, thanks for being with us tonight. Really enjoyed the stream. Had some nice hands tonight. The action was more compact, meaning like more aggressive and 2- and 3-way pots instead of the sometimes typical 5- and 6-way pots. But that was still fun to watch. I enjoyed
think
it.
That's really fun to watch for sure.
For sure. This was a competitive lineup tonight.
Yes, definitely. We knew that as they sat down. We knew that this was going to happen.
No doubt. No doubt. And I think both styles can be fun. And I really enjoyed this one tonight and seeing these guys battle with each other. And we'll expect more of that next week. Savage Sunday.
Oh, for sure. And thank you guys again for the personal record.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let me double check it just one more time before we get out of here and see what we got to.
What is
and of
the
course, there will
final
be
number?
a few more in 173, boys. And more, I'm sure, will roll in over the course of the next couple of days as you get those lagging views, people watching
yeah.
on rerun.
For sure.
And yeah, one of our most successful streams ever, guys. Thanks for being with us. We really enjoyed it. And we'll catch you next week here at Savage Sunday with Next Gen Poker and Poker House of Dallas. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Peace.